Hello, I am IBX Toycat, and this is my aim to achieve every single trim. Man, that's the worst start to a stream. I somehow, the camera goes live and I'm like, I just forget anything I wanted to say. So hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and my goal today is to get every single trim in hardcore survival and to do it within 100 days. I'm going to be making all of these trims out of resin, something I just obtained yesterday, and I am aiming to get all of the remaining 9 trims. I'm 9 trims into the 18 that we need, and I'm just over 53 days in, so right now I'm making exactly the right time, but I'm hoping if we can do things correctly today, we'll be making much better time by the end of it. And so that is my goal. Join me for it. Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and let's get started. So, yeah, this is nighttime, and if you're curious as to, like, why wouldn't I just sleep? It's safer during the day. I have a limited amount of time, 47 days to be precise, and so the fewer days that I spend asleep is the more time I have traveling and the more time I have to do things. It's like in the real world, right? Like if you could choose not to sleep, you'd be crazy not to do it. If one day you woke up and your body didn't need sleep, but you still could, why would you ever go to sleep, right? You would be committing an act of insanity against yourself, which is not my goal today. My goal today is instead to go for a lovely walk through a birch forest and to try and get the next 6, I'm going to say the next 7 trims today. I know that's a very, very bold stance to take, but I think I can make a really decent dent on 3 of the trims. I think I can definitely get 3, I should say. And I think I've got a really good chance of getting towards the next 4 because I need to go. I've been fortunate in that I've got lots of the hardest ones done first. I've got the 3 hardest, I would say. The End City, I've got the Ancient City, and then the other Ancient City. And I've even done the 2 Trial Chamber ones, meaning that now the big ones I have remaining are both Nether Structures, Nether Fortress and Bastion. And obviously, I would say those are the 2 hardest. And everything else is kind of down to skill and time more than it is down to challenge. So obviously, taking down a Bastion is going to take me some time. And I'm going to, it always takes some time to get these things we never had, I've heard. So, yeah, as someone with bipolar, not sleeping is a bad decision. Yeah, because your body needs it, right? We don't quite understand why. It's something about maybe healing. So, you know, there's no, like, scientifically perfect explanation as to why you definitely need sleep. But there is a scientific perfect explanation that you do need sleep, you know? There's lots of things we can understand about understanding why. Like, we don't understand our purpose in life as human beings sometimes. But we do understand that we probably should have some purpose. You know, we have the desire for a purpose, even if we don't know what it is. You have the desire for sleep, even if you don't know what it does to your body. You just know that every morning you wake up feeling better than you did the night before, and so it's probably a good idea. Speaking of good idea, I'm going to use my firework to fly to the top of the mountain here, and then as soon as I get to the top, I'm going to switch back out to the chest plate. Just so I can save myself some pain, honestly. And from up here, I should get a better view of the surroundings anyway. So yeah, I've got these eye offenders, and I need to throw them every now and then to see if we can find our stronghold. Because that is my first structure I'm going towards. My 3 easy trims that I'm going to try to go for today are the eye trim, I think it's called, for the stronghold, and then the pillager outpost and the shipwrecks. Those should... Okay, thank God it's still this way. Those are the... Also, I'm not sure I have enough eye offenders to actually go to the end. I've got 1 more ender pearl with me, so I'm kind of hoping that I find some more there. You know, it's fine. I'll use the nether if not. But yeah, we're just going to keep on throwing eye offenders till we find a second stronghold, because even though we've been to the end, even though I have an elytra, I haven't got the stronghold trim because of very unfortunate circumstances I am still recovering from. And so, yeah, what we're actually going to do is I need some more ender pearls anyway, right? So let's just kill this guy using... That was probably a bad idea. Let's just kill this guy using my sword, which has looting on it. And then we'll get more ender pearls. Okay, maybe we won't. Maybe I'll just spend the rest of my life in fear. So let's instead, just to avoid spending some time in fear, let's fly far away from where that enderman possibly was. And let's enjoy the daytime from the top of this hill here. What do you think about the plants in the teaser Toycat? They look like they glow or have fireflies around them. Yeah, those are both very interesting thoughts, right? So I would say the most interesting. This is one that my my editor Harrison raised just afterwards. I'm sure you know Harrison, but he said something that really like got me thinking, and it looks like it's what we used in the thumbnail. It looks like the speed weeds from Minecraft Legends. And given that, like, you know, new mob variants is basically a Minecraft Earth feature, right? And given that we've seen the mace from Minecraft Dungeons, you know, maybe they're going in a Minecraft Legends-y direction. I should definitely make a new shield now rather than waiting for this to break. Also, I'm going to drop this dirt just to have an extra space on me. So check, I've got the Elytra on. Looks like I do. And then let's go flying right to the top of a nearby tree. Honestly, I think it's time to throw another one. Yeah, I'm going to switch out over here just to make sure that we throw another IF ender. It's just straightforward. At this far away from spawn, by the way, you might literally be going for 5 or 10,000 blocks. So I would say it's still worth throwing one every at least, you know, like 500,000 blocks. 500 or 1,000. Not 500, 1,000. Weird how language works, huh? So please stay on your toes today. Yeah, I think doing these close together back to back is very, very handy. Also, thank you Superman Gaming, Match Free Games and more. If you didn't know, you can put Unbreaking Free and Mending on your Elytra, but only an Anvil. Yeah, the only challenge is how would I get Unbreaking Free or Mending? Sadly, I'm not playing with the Villager Trade Rebalance on. I think it would be a lot of fun. Also, I'm going to not use my Elytra to break blocks just in case. Yeah, I think it would be really cool to be able to guarantee that I could go to a place to get Mending. But I haven't done it. So, yeah, I could sit down and grab Mending and Unbreaking. But I think I'd rather just manually repair my Elytra for today. And then maybe in the second 100 days, if we keep the series going, as I have some plans to do. Because this is kind of like my goal is like, what if we defeat every structure before we start a world, right? Like, that would make for a really cool longer term world. I think at least. And so that's kind of the vibe of where we're taking this. Also, that's a lot of cooked beef, thankfully. I was worried I'd have to start using the looting sword, but I'm doing just great. I thought you got all the end and stronghold trims. I missed a lot. So yeah, it's fun, Xavier. There is zero reason why you should ever go to a stronghold and come out without the trims if you want the trims, right? There's zero reason, except when we're talking about 0% chance in Minecraft Bedrock. We're actually talking about a 25% chance on average. That's a bit of sarcasm, but basically my stronghold was broken. And fortunately, unlike every other broken stronghold I've ever had in Minecraft, it didn't break in the way that led to me. Okay, there we go. I'm slowly using up this Elytra, maybe in a way that is not ideal. But yeah, I got unlucky, basically, is what I'm trying to describe here. And that is unfortunate, but it's totally fine. We are used to it. So, yeah, I'm thinking we should put some items away again. We've got a very full inventory. One of these bundles must have leather in. Yes, it does. Let's put that in there too. That's an inventory slot. I have a random one of these just hanging out on me. Let's get rid of that. And then let's pick up the gold blocks. I don't think it's worth dealing with like anything else in here. Even the clock, right? It's nice, but you can get all the benefits without needing one. Also, the thumbnail says this is number 7. Oh yeah, the thumbnail for the current one is being worked on right now. I think I'm gonna start making silly MS Paint thumbnails for streams. I've tried for a while now. Like I heard a streamer, I think it was Ludwig, talk about this, and he was like, you know, like YouTube is a better streaming platform than Twitch, except besides the one culture difference, which is that YouTube, you need to have an event planned. It has to be, like, on YouTube, your stream can't just be, I'm hanging out and streaming. Your stream is, here is what I'm doing. So you have to plan exactly what you're doing in advance, because there's a thumbnail, and you can't not use the thumbnail, or YouTube gives you this really ugly one that no one clicks on, and you never... So you have to make a thumbnail in advance. You have to come up with the title in advance. Twitch has titles, but no one cares what they are, it seems. And so that culture difference was something that I think he said was... a big change for him. And I thought that was interesting because, like, that does match my experiences of, like, talking to streamers. And a lot of people are like, yeah, you just go live for, like, 8 hours a day and then find things to fill it with later. And I'm like, no. First of all, I respect your time too much to just be like, let's just do nothing, chat. I want you to know what I'm up to. I want you to know what we're working towards, etc. Also, Jazz and Kelly asks, is this pre-recorded? Do you not trust me? I think there are only some places that pre-record, And those places, if they don't disclose it, you shouldn't trust those places, right? Like, that's my personal hot take. You don't even get that many views when you do it. Like, it's not a high revenue earner, in my opinion. You made an elaborate stream with predetermined comments. It's true, Yaya Yason. Also, good to see you, Yaya. Yay, maybe I should say. Also, Stronghold's not guaranteed to have a library, it says Casualology. Exactly, Strongholds are guaranteed to have a library, but you can tell that to my Stronghold that doesn't have a library if you think it should. Because, yeah, I got a broken Stronghold. Again, it's cost of doing business when you're playing Minecraft Bedrock is maybe everything breaks. Also, I remember when you had to be a YouTube partner to change your thumbnail? I was so thrilled when I got approved, says Carlisle. Yeah, my biggest regret is not getting more channels partnered when they made the threshold really low. I got my third channel partnered on like 1,000 views or something. And I just thought to myself, like, there's not even any point doing it for the 4th or 5th channel. I'll do it when the channels grow. But then someone had to report, like, if I'm being honest, it was a very malicious attack by Legacy Media, trying to be like, look, YouTube tries to sell Pepsi ads on videos of terrorism. And, like, the videos would have 7 views, and it's like, so you are one of the 7 views. And you don't understand how YouTube works if you think that But just that, the damage they did alone means that now YouTube has to be so much less friendly to creators. And I think that's terrible, like, as a trade-off, personally. Also, where's the Eye Fender? I don't see it. It definitely dropped in here, but I somehow just went right past it. Also, did you hear that? I think that must be the bubble meter. Yeah, I've never, like, really paid that deep of attention to it before. Also, libraries aren't guaranteed to have any. Also, I didn't even pay attention to where that Eye Fender went. Chat, which direction was that? I got so locked into. Oh man, I'm ruined now. I don't know where to go. I'm gonna have to watch my stream back to work out which direction that was. Okay, so I'm gonna just go back. Okay, it looks like it was towards the jungle tree. That one over there, it looks like. Maybe. I think that way. I mean, the jungle tree's over there too. Does that look correct? No, I think it's that one. I'm like fairly sure it's that one there. Yeah, those are the jungle trees I must be heading towards. You picked it up. I did, in fact. First time catching a stream for a couple of years. Hello from New Zealand. Hello from New Zealand. Welcome. How's it going over there? I saw the news just before the stream that New Zealand. So something crazy. I think this should be like more publicized news. At least like maybe it's like a really niche community that just overlaps me and me specifically. But like I feel like New Zealand is one of those places that most people would like to see at some point in their life. Unlike most countries have started implementing fees if you want to visit. I think it's like £10 for the UK, $14 for America, $7 Canadian for Canada. Like the EU I think is going to be charging €13 for the whole continent basically. Like fees to travel are just becoming a thing. It doesn't make sense to me, but I'm not a part of the government conversations where clearly they think it's a good idea. But the interesting thing is that like New Zealand's fee is like substantially higher. It's like in the 3 figures. But yeah, as a result, a little fun bonus though, because they want to get people in their country to pay those huge fees. They now will let you remotely work in the country. You can legally go to New Zealand and like continue your day job. Like it's probably not going to be legal with your employer, but it's legal with, you know, them. Also, what if I do religions, politics, and Star Wars at the same time? You could argue Star Wars is all about religion, politics, and Star Wars at the same time. Okay, so we throw that, and it takes us that way. It's a very different direction than where we were just heading. But I can work with that. That's like at least a straight line. So, yeah, I think if you're curious about why, you ever been wondering why there's a rule against, you know, religion and politics and polite conversation? I think you really have to be in a good, trustworthy space with who you're talking to before you bring those up. Like, the reason it's a rule of polite conversation is because, yeah, you can drill into those issues if you want to, but they're basically minefield issues. It's like, I don't know, like, you ever heard the rule you shouldn't ask a woman her age? Like, you can actually ask a woman her age, but it's one of those things that can, like, your potential upside is very limited, and your potential downside is unlimited. And I feel basically the same about discussing politics. Like, if you are in a reasonable space and people are there to have a good chat, sure, why not? But, like, some people just have something inside of them that's like, I don't want to have a good, reasonable discussion. I want to see people feeling negative ways. I think, or rather to put it this way, right? You know how if someone stops you and asks you, like, in fact, this happened to me the other day. Like, there was just someone who was like, I need help. I need help. I need help. They just said that again and again in public while, like, gesturing out their hand. And, like, that, it's really obvious to you and me, right? If you've seen that before, what that person wants. It could be that they actually do, like, oh yeah, I don't know the way to Charing Cross tube station, and maybe I could direct them. But realistically, you're also phantoms. Again, first person in the history of time to say this, but I do in fact need those phantoms. So let's try and get at least one in before we go underground. I heard the phantoms, but I don't see them. But you know how it's like it's a general rule that seems to be true. It's very useful to have those. Like I guess those rules of thumb. I guess even though they're not perfectly accurate, they help you to. And so a similar thing is like people who have this like darkness inside of them of just wanting people to feel negative. They're not all talking about politics all the time, but also, it's and not everyone who talks about politics is one of those people, but a substantially higher percent of people seem to be. Also, did the Phantom die? No, he's still there. Perfect. Also, this is smite on it, right? Yeah, this is actually the better sword to use for killing phantoms, outside of the fact that I want stuff back. So that's why, and it's like, so ignoring the fact that there are some people out there that they're not even interested in, they're only interested in politics so far as it allows them to be poisonous people. Because you're not allowed to be a poisonous person if someone asks, what's your favorite type of cake? If you say, well, all cake is terrible actually, and it makes you fat, and if you said that in response to someone saying if you like cake, everyone goes, okay, and they walk away. But if someone asks you, like, so what's your preferred policy on public transportation? What's your preferred transportation policy? Also, see, every time you need a phantom, they don't come down at all. I have no idea, like, does looking at them make them go away, chat? But if you ask someone, what's their preferred transportation policy? And they'll say, well, actually, I think that anyone who uses a private vehicle is actually being very ableist, or maybe the reverse, and they'll be like, oh yeah, when we try to encourage people to use public transportation, it's very, it's not very fair to our, blank brothers and sisters, because those people are more in need of their own private safe spaces. And so, but you get the idea. Like, you can, if you are to do that, then it's like, oh yeah, well that's a very valid opinion that I'm sure you have, and there's now you have poisoned the well of this conversation. And if I was to say like, well, it's not a lot of discussion we can have with that, you'd be like, what? You trying to have me not tell my opinion? And it's like, no. In the same way you're allowed to have your opinion about cake, you're allowed to have the same opinion about any issue in the world. But also by saying that you're going to shut down discussion unless everyone agrees with you, it's like, well, first of all, everyone could agree with you, but that's not going to be a good discussion anyway. Like, we're still losing one of our points. And also, that's not how you change minds, which is usually the goal of a good discussion. If you're in non-polite company, let's say, if you're in really polite company where you actually... Also, where did the Eye Fender go? Do you see it, chat? I don't see it. I could chop all of these trees down, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I might as well. Also, where are all the phantoms? Yeah, that's my plan, chat. I'm going to chop down all the trees until the Eye Fender comes down. The Eye Fender logically must be up there somewhere. Or it's maybe blended into the grass and I just don't see it. I don't know that that's not impossible. It just doesn't seem very likely in the present circumstances. I'm going to put that in the bundle there, and I'm going to quickly switch this out just to make my food situation easier. Okay, I offended chat. I don't know. How do I not see it? I'm going to have to place some torches. Okay. If you look at them, they won't come down. Yeah, that's true. Also, it's probably on top of the bamboo. Yeah, I feel like on top of bamboo makes sense, but I'm destroying all the bamboos and not finding anything. But yeah, like a good conversation about any issue, right, is one where you can go into it open-minded and willing to change. But there are some people who are convinced that if there are some issues where if you are open-minded and willing to change, you are enabling bad people to win. You know, if the only opinions are the right... Oh, there we go, it's here. If there are only two opinions in the world, right opinions and evil opinions, then opening your mind would be, you know, an irresponsible act. In the same way that if someone tells you, like, hey, just so you know, I don't think we should be, you know, if someone encourages you to do something, like, highly illegal, you should say, you know, I respect your right to have that idea, but who knows for sure if that's the right opinion. If you get what I'm saying. I think I'm saying this opinion horribly because I'm busy trying to look for trims. I've already got this trim, by the way. I figure I might as well just look in here anyway. 2 more of it. I'll throw them in here for now. But these are bonus trims. That means that I don't have to duplicate them, which is nice. But I don't think I need to anyway, so that's probably fine. It is cool to be able to find that, though. Even if I'm not expecting it. But yeah, this is a nightmare of a night. I'm specifically only finding the mobs that are... that have an ability to be frustrating to me. Oh, there we... And at the moment that I need him the least is when the Phantom shows up. It is amazing how the mob AI is able to detect that. Okay, so I knocked him very far away. Oh, does he have... Oh, no! I hate you so much. You ruin everything, skeletons. Okay, so now I'm going to throw another eye offender. So, Cat, your inventory needs some love. Oh, no, this is a perfectly loved inventory. You might not understand that from where you're standing. But let me assure you that it's true. Okay, so we want to get a few of these phantoms dead. But that's a bit tricky from here on the ground. So I'm just going to throw one of these. It's that way. Oh, God, and now I have to do something to get at the top of that tree. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. Not great. It's fine, though. Also, how low is this chest plate? You need unbreaking on your tools, or they just break. I mean, I guess, actually. That's quite logical that that's what happens. So this is my eye of ender back, and now I'm going to just stand up here and wait until phantoms come and get me. I don't think I have a better option. I need their membranes, and I can't wait another night, because I can't really use my Elytra right now, which is limiting my ability to fly. So it's worth wasting 3 minutes here so that I can do stuff faster. They definitely need to revamp the jungle temple. Nobody uses those levers to free the chest. Yeah, every now and then I remember how you do it, and then I think, like, well, what is the point? Like, why would I need to? Do they not like when you look at them or something? Is that like a... Yeah, core part... Oh, man, nothing. Is that a core part of their AI? You want to come down? Okay. So I've got to go for the critical. No! Okay, but I got it. And then, did I get any phantom membrane? I feel like I should have. Did I just... Do I have the worst mob luck ever? Yep, I think I do. So, I don't even remember where the eye offender pointed. I think it was this way. It's really not triangulating me at all. And I'm not helping it, I guess. So I'm going to throw this now. Oh, right down. Perfect. Okay. I'm in the place, it seems. And I assume... Okay, that's an eye offender. Don't blow up, don't blow up, don't blow up. Ooh, please tell me that's... Please tell me my eye offender is okay. Also, I'm so close to dying. Okay, I've got to deal with this right now. Oh, no. This is how it ends, chat. This is how the beginning of the end begins. And then ends. Okay, so I need to get some food out. I hate how much bamboo there is in this bamboo forest. And then I need to go see if that eye offender is gone forever. I need to get real food. I don't know why I do things like this to myself, but I do. Okay. So there's so many hostile mobs because I've been around for a while, but this is exactly where I need to dig down. Also, look at this. This is just insanity. So, I'm gonna move you. Gonna hurt you. Gonna light you on fire once. Gonna finish you off with the looting sword, though. No fireworks, that's fine. Okay, great. I got a carrot, which is a rare drop. Did my IF Ender survive that? I cannot believe the luck I have with creepers. That is like the 10th time that I've been streaming, and I've lost a really valuable item because a creeper blew it up. Who does that ever happen to, chat? Who ever gets blown? You know, terrible. It'll make the highlights 1% funnier, but it makes my life infinitely sadder. See, I only have 6 IF Enders now, which is definitely not enough for what I'm attempting to do. But that's okay. That's totally fine. Also, sit in a boat, and they'll sit behind you. Your chestplate has the fawn enchantments. That drains them so much about unbreaking. Yeah, that is a big part of it. You're probably right, Hannah. You raise a very good point. So yeah, we're actually going to be able to enchant. Speaking of enchantments, we're going to be able to go to the stronghold right now. And what's fun about this stronghold is if it has a library, I think I'll just break emotionally inside if it doesn't. But if it has a library, as it certainly should. Also, this might be the top of a lush cave right now. It could also be the bottom in theory, but I am going to be cautious about it. Also, you're going to get some shulker boxes for your inept inventory. What? Why does everyone think this is a bad inventory? This inventory works perfectly. There's some people are, I think some people just like complaining. I think some people are like, yeah, well, if it's not perfect, it's terrible. And it's like, that's the, that's a great argument until you realize, you know, how many terrible things that's enabled over history. Sure, things could always be better, but just remember, things could always be worse. You know, you know when your parents used to be like, oh yeah, well, are you sad? Why are you crying? If you keep crying, I'll give you something to cry about. You know, that sort of stuff. And it's like, yeah, actually, you know, you might be sad about what's happening now, but it can always get much worse. Ban talking about inventory. Yeah, I agree. You know, we can't have polite conversations about the inventory without people turning it into a, oh, I have perfect inventory management skills, Toycat, and I just want to flex that on you right now. It's like, you know, give me a productive suggestion, or let's get out there. If I had shulker boxes right now, let's say for example, I put these gold blocks in a shulker box alongside these acacia planks and these slabs. Am I ever going to use those blocks again? Probably not. It's very unlikely. So effectively, we should say I should drop them on the ground instead of using a shulker box. I think that is the only reasonable thing to say. And is that a reasonable thing to say? No. Therefore, we're not going to do that. That's insanity talking right now. And I appreciate, you know, not to be rude to anyone who feels insane. But it's just not correct. Also, there's starving children somewhere. There are starving children somewhere. That is a factual statement. And do you think it's fair to those starving children for me to just drop a bunch of acacia planks on the ground? Also, stronghold. Nice. Yeah, it's rare that this works so perfectly. Wait, I shouldn't say that yet. I'm going to wait till the stronghold actually works. So it's cool because it's a lush cave stronghold. Hello, friend. You doing good? Glad you're doing good. So we're going to go down here. Oh, library! Okay. I think it's 50, I think it's near 100%, but it's not quite 100%. So we gotta keep our praise on the inside for now. Until we look and we see this. Okay, so break it with the sword. What is that? That's the eye trim. 10. Wait, I bet my thing isn't set up for it. 10 trims, chat. 10. I've got more trim. I've got the same number of trims as fingers. I'm pre-prepared to lose a finger right now, apparently. But that's exciting. I can then put this in just, I don't know, in there for now, I guess. And we're going to deal with this later. Very exciting. But then what we're also going to do is make a little staircase up to here. And from here, we can check this second chest. It's probably just going to have more of the trims, but it might also have more enchanted books. Okay, it's worthless. But still, trim. I've got 2 of those end trims now. I'd like to get 4, so I'm going to look around the rest of the stronghold. But just keep in mind, now I can actually enchant. If I put my enchantment table down here somewhere, very good things will be achieved. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I am actually going to get myself a shulker box. This is not... You're not right, chat. Don't think that you're right about this. This is a coincidence that it's similar to what you asked me for. Don't you ever think I believe in democracy. Me and Mojang have identical opinions when it comes to democracy. If you listen to people, then people will ask you for more things. And then if people ask you for more things, you might have to do some of those things. And so you gotta nip it in the bud and make sure everyone feels like their opinions are worthless all of the time. But yeah, we're gonna take 4 of these, and we're gonna make 2 shulker boxes now. I don't have any fun colors for them, but we don't need them, I guess. And then we're gonna take one of these, make a crafting table, use the crafting table to make... Actually, we don't need to use the crafting table to make 2 chests, because do you know what I have right nearby me? I have 1 chest over here, which has nothing of value inside of it. If it all went missing, no one would know. Just drop it all, grab a chest. And then, we could grab that one, but that one actually I might want to use later. So let's make 1 shulker box now. And put it down. And then I'm going to use this just for storing, like, some of the stuff I'm going to pick up here. And some stuff that I might want later. I don't know, like a goat horn with fuel. Not that useful. A Elytra that's not repaired. That probably should go on the other one, but... Yeah, let's put that in the other one, actually. Let's try and make a division of items between the two that makes sense to me. So unrepaired, that in here. Glass in here. Resin clumps and rotten flesh, we'll move those over. So we'll now make this into a weird items shulker box. And we'll move as many of the weird things over as we can. So those clearly need to move, and so too does the totem. That kind of fits in here, I guess we could say. The shears are a great fit. And so now we can move them all over. Then we put the blocks of gold in there, and then we'll put the 64 diamonds in there. Do I need 64 diamonds, chat? I might find out one day. But right now, it feels like the answer is no. Then we're going to go get another shulker box, because I'm going to want another shulker box. If I find the end portal now, by the way, that'd be fine. Because it's a room that has, I've got water, so I can use the end portal room as my way to go back to the Nether and get out of this mess. Which would be very nice. So what do we got over here? That's a zombie. Not of interest to me. Let's just close that off. Then what do we have over here? This ladder is still facing the wrong way, and I think that's hilarious, by the way. What do we have over here? Redstone dust. I think I needed redstone earlier, actually. So I'll keep that for now and drop that on the ground. And pick up 1 more chest. And then I'll go in the middle here. Oh no, I'm in... Oh, so look at that. Come on, Minecraft. You should know where to place torches. Yeah, so now let's bounce out. Now we're great. So, Cat, we all hope being able to talk. You should stop us from talking so you can focus more on giving us entertainment. You know what, Nutsy? That's the one idea I think I agree with, actually. Let's have a ban on free speech, too. You know, I've been thinking for a while, like, can you really ban democracy without banning free speech? And I think you're right when you say that, no, you can't. You got to ban them both at the exact same time. And so that's why we're going to do that right now. So I'm now going to make another shield. That's real good. Yeah, that's good. I'm just going to put the other one in a chest somewhere or on the ground, let's be honest. I don't need it. I won't ever need it. Then we should probably make some more fireworks. I've got the paper set around anyway, I think. Only 8. Do I have paper? Oh, you know, I know where I could find paper, chat. I think I was just criticizing the paper that I found here. But it looks like it might actually be very handy that I have that. So now we use that paper and these gunpowders to make 33 fireworks. Great. I've got a full stack of those ready to go. Then we'll throw the rest of the shulker shells. Then we have to make another shulker box. Chat, I don't need the shulker box. It's you that seem to think that I need the shulker box. So then we'll use this third shulker box for, like, I don't know, the weird bits we're going to pick up right here. Like, you know, TNT, that's useful, but, like, not to me. Or, like, you know, an oak plank. You know, or I could start putting all the... Yeah, like, I don't know, cobblestone. I'll make a building block box, because that seems useful. And I'll just put stuff in there, and then if I need it, I can take it out later, right? Great. 3 boxes for all my storage that I need. Now we're going to run around the rest of the place, just in case we see enough ender pearls. And the end portal theoretically could have, like, 6 eyes already lit, maybe. I'm just going to let you explode. Don't have a better plan than that. And so yeah, let's go find the end portal room. Maybe find some ender pearls on the way. Maybe find some iron on the way. I'm not... Oh, the second library. Perfect. Exactly what I'm looking for. So this one we can just start destroying because I want books at some point. You always want books at some point, chat. You don't know where... Also, density. Efficiency and density. So efficiency is great for something in my life. Paper is also great for something in my life. This can go right in there. Books, compass... Yeah, density unbreaking. I think I don't need the density, but the unbreaking would be great. Like, it feels like a waste to not put density on it because it's hard to come by. But I don't think we're going to, chat. I think we're just going to accept it the way it is. Then let's check what's in here. We got, whoa, protection free, loyalty free, efficiency free. We got our 4th eye trim, which is great. A lovely stack of those. So, loyalty would be really great if we got a trident. But we need unbreaking too, I think. And there's no point... Or mending, really, more ideally. I don't think we're going to get that. So let's take these books with me. Not the cursor binding, though. That seems dumb. Can you put cursor binding on a trident, chat? I don't think you can, right? Pretty sure you can't. I'll double check at some point. So now, this whole library has been found. I can use its books and its, you know, goodies to help me out where I am before. Now we're going to make some sticks and make those into torches. And we're just going to see if we can't find the end portal. Again, that is my ticket to get out of here. So I'm not going to take it lightly. Oh, that's a chest. And that's other side. And then a 5th one of these. So too many, but that's fine. Chat, we just got other side. That's exciting. I don't have enough diamonds to make a jukebox, sadly. It's a very real fact I'm telling you right now. What even is the density enchantment? I can't say I've seen it before. Oh, Jace, you haven't been up to date with your Minecraft news. Oh, what is that? Hello. Yeah, you're not up to date with your Minecraft news, and that's fine. Not everyone is. Yeah, density is a mace enchantment. It increases the amount of full damage you get when falling and then using the mace. So, you can use it to deal... I forget what the percentage is, but you can use it to deal, like, a ludicrous amount more damage once you get to density 5. I don't think but it's so good all the time that it's probably worthwhile all of the time, outside of maybe putting smite on your mace. But yeah, no one really uses the mace outside of like niche PvE situations. I wouldn't say. I think the mace is one of those, like, when you rediscover it, it's such a fun time. It's like the trident or the crossbow. It's like perfectly in this. You can find it, and it is fun. Also, I don't think the stronghold has an end portal. If it does, I think it's behind a wall or something. I certainly can't find it. But that's okay. So, that explains why I've never seen it. Haven't really gone into the trial chambers yet. Oh, yeah, you're missing out. I think they're really fun. I think you genuinely might find this to be fun. Like, start a brand new Minecraft world. Just jump right into them. You know, just do it, you know. You'd be surprised at how much fun you can have with that as a system. So I'll put this down there for now. And I'll put the books in here. Love a good ice cream sandwich, as chat puts it. And then I'm also going to grab one of these diamonds so I can make myself a jukebox. Thankfully, my diamond toiling earlier means I don't really have to worry about this. I did so much diamond mining by accident. But the result is I get to play this. It's worth it, chat. Sometimes it's worth grinding away so that you get to play other side here or there. Assuming we can hear it from down here, but I'll hope we can. Okay, so let's look around. I love other sides so much. I've listened to this in the shower more times than I can count, chat. It's a good shower song. If you don't think it is, try it and just give it a try. Just put it on, have your shower, see if your mood is improved. And if it is, then clearly it's a good shower song. Okay, so that's a... Stronghold goes quite a way this way. Oh no, I'm at the edge of the other side. I mean, clearly there's no point going to a end portal room if it's back here anyway. Clearly it can't be on the other side of the stronghold. Oh no, it's gone, chat. Terrible. Let's go back into it. Precipice is where it's at. Yeah, Precipice is very good. I don't think I got any of the... Because I didn't have a shulker box, I couldn't collect any of the music discs from a trial chamber. So that could be a fun little mini quest for myself. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, that's a slime. Yeah, I don't think this stronghold has an end portal, chat. I hope I'm wrong. I think I am wrong. I'm like... Also, I think I have to kill you. No ender pearls? Come on, I'm using this sword. Trying to go for the best I can. Yeah, I bet. Okay, so this is the start room of the stronghold. I don't think I've gone down here yet, actually. If I have, I don't remember doing it. Okay, I must have. I'm gonna check the exits here just in case I missed something. It does look like the sort of place where I would, right? You know, you think like, oh, there's a room here, and there's not. But there's not. It's always worth looking, but in this case, for no value. So the last stronghold had no library, and this one has no end portal. It is funny that that's true, but that is the situation, yes. yeah, there's nothing here. Maybe through this wall or through this wall. So we'll confirm that I'm not wrong about this. It could be down like... Oh, actually, down here. Chat, there's a hallway I haven't gone down before. But you can't hear other side from here, so I mean... Again, is there a point... It's the one hand clapping or the tree falling in the middle of the forest. Like, what is the point? Oh, so wow, this stronghold is actually quite intense. The end portal room shouldn't be this far away from the surface. Do I also... What the... That's fun. So, this is nice. I'll take the golden apple. I do need those. And I'll put these away. And I'll grab both of these. Look at that. My golden apple supply is stronger than it's ever... Oh, also gunpowder, actually. My golden apple supply is stronger than it's ever been, chat. I've got too many fireworks, which is a great problem to have. I just need to get those phantom membranes. Otherwise, my elytra dies and I can't do it. Oh, so, ouch. So needlessly painful. Yeah, I think the end portal room is going to be down one of these somewhere. I don't know where, obviously. But I have my suspicions. But yeah, that stronghold room is super, super cool to have found. Like finding a... I love when you find weird combinations of structures like that. Would you rather stay 100 days? Okay, you know what? One of those weird... No, I'm gonna... Also... Oh, there's stronghold over here too. Yeah, so I think there's almost certainly an end portal room. Like, usually you can tell a place doesn't have a stronghold because it, like, cuts off the generation. I don't think that's happening in this case. Hello, Creeper. Oh, hello, Creeper's friend. Okay, that's fine. I'll take the 4 gunpowder. I do think I want to come out of here and then maybe kill some phantom membrane on the surface and come back. It's definitely nighttime out there. And there's thunder happening. Might lead to some fun circumstances. Might lead to me dying by random thunder strike, but... You know, it could also lead to fun. Literally the smallest stronghold I've ever seen last episode. Oh, you haven't seen a stronghold smaller than that before? You're lucky. It happens frighteningly often. Like, it's not like, oh, and here's the end portal room. Wow, that was, like, really easy to find, too. My bad for suggesting it wasn't here. So I've got 6 IF Enders, and I've got 3 Ender Pearls. If I could just kill 1 Enderman tonight with my looting sword, I could go to the end rather than having to do what I'm about to do. That feels good to me. The end is a faster way to get back to Y0. Although I kind of need to go via the Nether anyway, so there's no point in me having to do it. Yeah, that's the way I'm going to choose to see this. So we're going to go up to the surface now, I think. It's going to take at least 2 fireworks and an elytra. But I think that's worth doing so that I can get those phantom membranes. So 1 firework, 2 firework, and now we're up. So then I sit up here for a little bit, chat. I watch as the forest slowly burns down. And I also have to watch my helmet. Look at that. Ooh, it's very, very close to dead. So we're just gonna let the phantoms get close. And then that didn't work at all. That was not. So we're just gonna... We'll leave... We need to leave that equipped, really, don't we? My inventory is a mess, but in a good way. So where did the Phantom go? Chat, do you see it? Where did he go? Did he despawn? Do they despawn when it... My God. I don't know how to play Minecraft. Every now and then I think I do. And then I have moments where I'm like, I don't know how this game works. And I don't know how anyone thinks they do. You have a decent understanding of it. You know what you've got to do. But no, you're wrong. You're wrong for thinking that you do. So we're going to just break our way down here. It's actually faster to like break a few blocks down if you want to break a bamboo to climb down it, by the way. Useful tip if you ever find yourself in my situation and being a little bit stingy. Then we just place one mossy cobblestone here so that future me knows that's what's down there. And then we'll, I don't know, like, oh God, that creeper. We'll mine a bunch of blocks down just so we can make the hole bigger. I don't know. Phantom must have fled out of your simulation distance. It's very disappointing that that is how that works. It is very disappointing. Don't know the thunder ended. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my shulker boxes back. So my plan is, chat. My plan is to. Okay, so I'm gonna just solidify that over there. If you're curious what my plan is, it's to go to the Nether, because I got my 10th trim now, right? So my next actual goal, like my next functional, useful goal, is to go and get the next 2 trims I need, and the best way to achieve that is by going to the Nether. I was just hoping that if I got my... No, this Elytra is too close to dead. I can't just keep using it, but I'm gonna have to. That's my life. So I'm gonna get my enchantments worked out first. Drop that, drop that, drop that. See, chat, what? Everyone loves the empty inventory of spaces. Do you know what that means? It means constant organizing. It's like the fact everyone loves to live in a mansion. Do you know what would happen if you lived in a mansion? You would get something and you wouldn't know where to put it. You'd have to go to a furniture store to fill the space, and then your space would be too full and you'd be like, oh God, I dropped something in a room 3 days ago, but I have 12 rooms that have nondescript purposes. So you have to start labeling the rooms. You have to be like, oh, that's the nook. Oh, that's the cozy. Oh, that's the queepy. Oh, that's the cluky cack. And so like, you know, it's like some people look at the idea of having a family of 85 children as being desirable. But like, you know, do you want to you have to get like a chain of command going at that point. Like, okay, so you have the 12 primary children. Each of your 12 primary children has 3 sub-children. And those 3... Like, do you want to have that system? You don't. Having a lot of something seems really good when you look at it for 5 seconds. And when you look at it for more than 5 seconds, you realize it's much better when it's terrible. Bad is much better than good. That is my take for today. You know, having exactly what you need is much better than having too much in a lot of cases. Okay, so I think I'm going to break down some of these bookshelves to try and make this work correctly. And then we just need to use some wood, which, to be fair, this place does come with a lot of wood. Then we'll use some wood that we have. Although, actually, I don't need this wood. I should have gone up and chopped some wood while I was there, chat. I never know that I need to be doing things until I have missed doing the things. Okay, so we'll make a bookshelf. And then we put the bookshelf, like, I don't know, there. I don't know how, like, there, I guess. And so now if we put a tool in... Oh, you can't do it here. Also, I have no lapis, right? No, I have lapis. It's great. Look at that. My inventory management working perfect for me again. Also, I need to move my trims over to the trim bundle. I'm going to move these things out of the trim bundle. They are messying it right now, I would say. So now this is the trim bundle, chat. I could even rename it Fernando. Okay, so we're gonna put these in there, and then we're gonna put the Netherite upgrade in there, just so we have it, right? And then we'll put the trim in there. Perfect. So this is my trim bundle. If this goes, all is lost, chat. If this gets destroyed, my game is over. Okay, now we're gonna go grab a tool that can be enchanted. I guess I should start with like a helmet. But I think the helmet doesn't need to have an enchantment. Oh, if I got a really perfect enchantment, it'd be great. So let's Let's go spend some diamonds now. We'll start with the helmet as my proof of concept. So we put it in there and we can get level 30 enchantments. But like fire protection free, no one wants that, right? No one wants any of these enchantments. So we'll put it on at level 1. And then we'll just not wear this helmet. Yeah. Can we make a grindstone easily? It's not often you look at the recipe, but I need 1 stone slab. Can it be any type of slab? Does it have to be stone? I'll make a cobblestone slab and I'll find out. Grindstone. Has to be stone. Wow, they're very picky. So what we'll do is we'll cook up. We'll cook one of these up and it'll be great. Also, I'm done with this. I love it. It's very good. Not right now. Too much going on, chat. So we'll go in my new music disc box, which as you can see is going very well here. So I do have this helmet, which just has protection free and mending on it already. It has Curse of Vanishing, but I think that's just worth going for. So I'll combine those together. Boom, we've got that worked out. Okay, so for chest plates, I have less of an easy solution. This has unbreaking. This has protection. This is protection, not unbreaking. I could combine what I've got and this, but it's going to cost a low levels. These boots could probably do with unbreaking on them too. So that's what I'm going to go for next, chat. I'm going to go for some boots that have unbreaking on. I don't care what the cost is. I just want the boots to have unbreaking. I'll go for protection too. Can you have protection and unbreaking? It used to be you couldn't, but someone made fun of me for thinking it was that way recently, and I think they were right. Usually people make fun of you and you're like, what am I going to do? Listen to you, the internet man? But I think in this case, they were actually correct. Which is rare. People on the internet saying random things to strangers, having correct opinions. It is a sign of the impending apocalypse, I think. So that costs 35 levels. This costs 15 levels. It's too expensive, chat. I don't want to use all my levels just to repair my armor without at least... I guess I'll make... Okay, so what we'll do is we'll throw the boots in there alongside... Yeah, we'll make some space for it. So the boots are going to go in there together. We're going to repair those together. And we're also going to have to repair our helmets together. Not this helmet, this helmet. I don't know, I'm just leaving it for now. We're going to repair that helmet with our current helmet. So we'll know how many... We'll see how much that costs, actually. So it's 29 or it's 22. So if we do those two things alone, we've used up 22 plus 15, 37 levels. So we have 5 levels to play with right now. It's not a lot of levels to play with, I'll be honest with you. I just need 1 stone block, by the way, so there we go. Okay, now we're going to... So I want a better sword. I think sharpness 3, fire aspect 1. I think I can do better than that. So we're going to go for a better sword, and we have 1 attempt at a level 30 enchantment. Let's hope it's a good one. Sharpness 3. Sharpness 3. I hate my life. Okay, if it costs 2 levels or less, it's fine. If it costs just half of... Okay, so now I'm wasting all my levels and I'm achieving nothing. Just if you want to recap of what's going down right now. Yep, there was no point in doing any of this. Yep, that's my conclusion. It was very lovely of me to try, though. Also, I have some cooked pork chops in there. Okay, so I'll take these out, put them in this bundle. Take the cooked pork chops out and put them in this bundle. And then, I don't know, like, the rest of this feels weird in there too, but I can't do much with it. Okay, so let's go and make ourselves a grindstone. Or we could make a blue bundle. Oh, I've got lapis, right, I can do that. But I'm not going to. Oh, look at this, chat. I could make free the thing banner patterns. What a treat that would be. So I'm going to just repair my armor together now. I think that's the way to do this. I think it will probably last at least 100 days, hopefully longer. And then after that point, I can try and get mending on my armor to keep it alive longer. These leggings are going to survive. This chest plate is going to need some... It's going to need some work done on it, but that's okay. I'll switch out the chest plate now, I think, maybe. So let's make that grindstone. Where's the grindstone at? What am I possibly missing for a grindstone? I'm missing 1 stone slab. Because I made stone, but I didn't make slabs. You need 3 stone to... This is... Okay, it's fine. I'll put it in there. Can you cook books? You can't cook books. Very sad. I've read many a movie that tells me that that's what you're meant to do in hard times. So now we're going to... So Cat's getting facial hair, I noticed. Thank you very much, Joel Gaming. This is 3 weeks now of facial hair growth. This is as much as I've got. I have terrible genetics. Isn't it crazy you don't get... You know, like, I think there's a birth lottery in where you're born. But there's a much bigger birth lottery in who gives birth to you. Like, if you get diabetes, like the genetic diabetes... It's just like, oh yeah, sorry about that. Your parents had that, and they decided to give it to you. And what can you do about that? Well, not a lot, really. Sorry, you should have thought about that before being born. I'm going to take this oak plank out. I'm going to take this spruce plank out. And now I can finally make a grindstone. Yeah, look at this. And I can do absolutely nothing with these stone slabs. I'll put them in here just in case future me ever really wants them. Oh. I don't want to... That's fine. I'll keep it. So what do I want to grindstone down? Honestly, not a lot. I think I'm just going to keep the grindstone around as an option for future me. Yeah, the grindstone can go in there. Or actually, the grindstone can go in here. It's a good fit. Then we're going to take the 28 bones out of there, put them with these, and they're going to go in here. 57 bones, useful for future me. Oh, the flip side of that's having to shave every freaking day. Yeah, I guess the reverse. If you born with great face, like I don't want facial hair, right? I would love no facial hair or good facial hair. I'm in that perfect mid-range where I have to shave because if I don't, it looks like if I don't shave in 3 days, it looks like I haven't shaved, you know, in 45 minutes or something. But I still have to shave. I just don't get the benefit if I don't shave. I get, you know, ridiculous looking facial hair. So we're gonna put this in here with the furnaces. Make a little furnace pile. Oh, I have a phantom membrane here. Shall I use it? How much do you think it costs? Yeah, it's a good price. Yeah, I'll pay the price, chat. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get some more phantom membrane, but that's good for now. Then we're gonna combine these together. We worked out one of the ways is cheaper than the other way. 22 levels. It's crazy to do that, but I think just having a good helmet, worthwhile. Mending on it too, it'll last forever, chat. Let's do it. I've now got the Curse of Vanishing Helmet. If I die, this helmet is gone forever. So keep in mind, you know, very high stakes for me. Then we'll combine our boots together. Hope I didn't do the maths wrong. So it's 15 levels that way, 35 levels that way. This looks great to me. It's only Unbreaking 2, which is half as good as Unbreaking 3. But I think soul speed and... So, yeah, I think it's good enough for now. So I think that's... I could use these for a bit, I guess, actually. But I like feather falling. The amount of times that will save me, very good. And then we're going to take... Now I've got one level left, chat. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to rename it the Trim Bundle. The Trim Bundle. And then, I don't know, I could give it a fun color too, I guess. There's no good reason not to, right? So this is the Trim Bundle, but it's blue now. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I? It seems like a great idea. So now we put the Trim Bundle back in its place. Maybe even, like, in the top right of this. Oh, that's weird. It's making noises. All right, because I see why it's making noises. So we'll move this over there, put that over there. And now if we break the shulker box, it'll say that it has the Trim Bundle in. And now I can't forget where the trims are stored. Then we'll put the lapis back in its place. We have to store all sorts of nonsense in all sorts of places. But this seems like a good solution to that. One of these needs to be colored. I don't know what color I want to go. Do I have bones? I do have bones. Let's color this one white then. That seems as logical as anything else I can do. So this shulker box, you're getting whitified. Okay, and then this one can be purple, and then that's 3 colors of shulker box. Look at this, this is perfect. Then we take one of these bundles. I guess we could take the food bundle. No, that's the food bundle. We'll take this bundle and we'll make it white too. Just to make our color options look better. There we go, chat. Inventory managed. It only took me 3 days, but I have a managed as heck inventory now. What are you gonna do about it? Then I'm going to take the jukebox, and I'm going to put it, I guess you axe the jukebox. I'm going to put it in there. And I guess we should start like dumping. Like I don't need that one string, right? I don't think I should keep that one string at least. So there we go. Also, there's 5 beef in here. That should probably be here. There's a glowberry that should go in here. Okay. Storage is being storaged besides the enchantment table. But I can't do anything with the enchantment table anymore. I have no levels, chat. I have literally no levels. Also, look at that. There's... Oh, no, it's nothing. So now I'm going to go back out to the surface. I should make like a staircase or a ladder or something. I could use one of these, actually. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. I could put some glowberry vines at the top and just make a big vine up and down. I kind of like that idea a lot, actually. Do I have any twisting vines? I didn't get any twisting vines in the nether. Okay, so if I just put a glowberry up there, I can save myself a lot of pain on the way down here. I've got 22 diamonds. I have no idea where these were meant to go, but I didn't put them back in their right place, so in there they go. Okay, so elytra on. Fireworks equipped. Let's go. Let's hope it's nighttime out there. Let's try and get that phantom membrane sorted. Actually, this is... it's too late for me to decide this, because I just came all the way up. But I think this is a bad idea to do this now. I think I'm going to chop down some wood, because I always need some more wood. It's great for blocks, great for everything. And then I think I'm just going to say, you know what? Let's go back down. I'm gonna make the vine here though somewhere. I'm gonna kill you because you're getting in my way. I'm gonna put my armor on. No, I've got my armor on. We're great. And then we just place some blocks over and above this. Jungle logs. We'll use planks, I guess. Okay. Hello. How are you doing? So let's make a lovely stack here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then. Yeah, we're going to put our glowberry, which I have somewhere in my inventory. There it is. Put the glowberry down here. And then we bone mill it. And oh, wait, when you bone mill glowberries, it doesn't go down, does it? It has like a... Well, that's what we're going to do, chat. But then eventually, if we sat here for long enough in the future, that would grow down and that would solve some of my problems for me. I'm not going to, obviously, but it's like it's a good idea, right? It's a really great idea. And now we can dig this down to make it just a little bit wider, I guess. Let's go. Whee. Okay, so I'm just going to fly down. Glad I have my elytra equipped right now. Definitely makes life a little bit easier. Oof. And then just as we get to the bottom, we re-equip this. And let's go to the nether. 50 days later, you can use a vine. Yeah. You know, that's being very optimistic. We're being very honest with ourselves. So let's put some of these blocks back. That over there. And let's go to the portal room. So the portal room, if I'm not mistaken, was like here, right. Yeah, there it is. So I'm not going to use this portal, chat, as nice as this portal is. But instead, I'll use the other portal this room has. Also, look at this, chat. I emptied my inventory, but it just keeps filling. There's so much junk in Minecraft. What do? Do you reorganize your inventory every 45 seconds? I think the perfectly filled inventory was great. And I liked it a lot that way. And I'm starting to realize that I should not take advice from the internet. I'm just kidding. I've always known. I've always known. So this is a prime candidate for get killed. Now we're gonna remove this and move this one block to the right. Perfect. And then take these and put it there and here, and we're gonna make a nether portal. It's gonna be wonderful. I empty my inventory a lot. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's like some people like PCs because you can load up a spreadsheet and you can just look at spreadsheets for hours, right? You know, for me, I feel like the spreadsheets are like a secondary, like, you know, spreadsheets are great because they help you understand life. But spreadsheets are not the purpose of life, would be my take. And that's how I feel about Minecraft inventory management. You know, you can certainly play the spreadsheet game all day, every day, if you feel like it. But should you feel like it, you know? I don't think you should. Okay, so we are good. Let's make a thing here. And let's take some stronghold blocks of us so that future me knows exactly what I'm up to. And let's put them on there. Ooh. What is your favorite word, Toy Cat? It's got to be one of the offensive ones, right? It's got to be one you can't say. Because, you know, like, you've got to measure it relative to... you can only measure your favorite word relative to the amount you know, if your other favorite words you can just use up. You can say them enough that you're like, okay, I've said the word, now I'm bored. But there are some words that you are forbidden from saying. And so if you did ever end up liking them, you wouldn't be allowed to tell anyone. You know, you imagine how immoral you'd be if you're like, oh yeah, my favorite word, it's the L word. And people are like, oh, come on, I was hoping you'd come up with a normal one, but the L word in this day and age, you know, and you know, I don't think that's okay. I'm reconsidering our friendship, to be honest. So I don't tell people I like the L word anymore. But yeah, okay. Well, also, oof, man, I do not like the way that comes out of nowhere. I'm gonna put my Elytra on as a preventative measure. It's got a lot of durability, can probably get me back home. And I'm gonna try and find the nearest portal to 0-0, more or less. And then future me can... should I make a book to store these coordinates in? I feel like I should, but I have not. Yeah, when it's this high up too, it's like super... It's weird, because I had the deepest stronghold and it's taken me this high up in the sky. Also, bloody out. Also, loser, haha, what are you gonna do about it? Oh, you better watch out. You can't be saying that word anymore. Okay, so let's go. It's so scary to have to do that. But yeah, we're gonna... Okay, let's get in that vague direction. I think that lava snake there is actually gonna help me know exactly where I've got to be. If we can just line up with that, we'll be great. Okay, so I'll put these blocks down here, and then I don't know, but I'll put the little cobblestone there, and then we'll put a little stone staircase, and hopefully future me is like, oh, that must be a stronghold in the sky. You know, this has done nothing for future me. All I've done is confuse past and future me. This is a lesson as to why you need a book and quill chat. You need one bad. Is the word lesbian referring to the Toy Cat audience? Oh, no, yeah, it's, you know, we can't say the word. That's the whole thing, chat. If we said the word, can you imagine? Can you imagine the, you know, don't want to get in... It looks like it's Minecraft YouTuber controversy month, and I am trying to keep my toes out of it. For now, at least. Honestly, it's annoying, because as an entertainer, I am 100% aware that people hating you is really good for your brand. Like, hatred is the most engaging emotion that we have discovered. Also, this is the wrong way. This also looks like... Oh, no, this is the right way. So I'm going to try and fly this way as fast as I can. If I need to make a portal on the other side, I can. But I'm mostly just... if I find a structure on the way, that would be great too. But I'm not here looking for structures. I'm here trying to get back to the overworld, because that's where the shipwrecks and that's where the... what are they called? The pillager outposts are. I need to find both of their trims. But if I come past the Nether Fortress like this, I'd be remiss not to take advantage. Because finding the rib trim... Not the rib trim. The snout trim, I think it is here. Or maybe it is rib. But it's quite hard, quite rare, and so when you get an opportunity, you've just got to seize it. You know? Okay, so up we go. In we go. And now let's go look for that trim. So this is the inside part of the fortress. We're going to get a bunch of blocks out to make it easier for me to not die here. And then we're going to go looking around it. So then, and then we'll head closer towards the spawn. It's a great system. This is an entirely bonus Nether Fortress. Oh, They don't treat it like a bonus Nether Fortress. It's an entirely bonus structure, chat. So if I find something, great. If I don't find something, that's fine. I have no fears, just vibes. So in this chest, I have a not that high, but not that low chance of finding. Rip. Would be nice if I found it, right? But yeah, we're just gonna check. We're gonna check every chest in this fortress, and statistically, we're not gonna find it. But why would we not look? Why would we not? You know. So there were wither skeletons there a second ago, and I should probably aim not to die by wither skeleton. Good life rule. Easy peasy. Great. So I'm gonna place some blocks there. Place some blocks here. Make a little hidey hole corner. It's good to have somewhere you know you can run. And let's go find some more chests. I'm using wood in the nether, which seems like a bad idea. But honestly, when you're inside here, the only thing that can burn you is like a ghast. And when do you ever find ghasts in this structure, chat? It's not very often for me, that's for sure. Oh, hey, 3 diamonds. Put them with this pile. Rib Fortress and Snout Bastion. You know, but it's weird because piglins have ribs too. I know piglins have more snouts than ribs. Actually, no, that's incorrect. Piglins have more ribs than snouts. Blazes have more. Blazes are closer to the correct number of ribs or snouts than. Okay, let's get out of that. I don't want to be involved. It's nice that it ends here. A part of me's considering like getting some gold armor just to wear temporarily, like a nice gold chest plate. But I'm not sure I want to do that either. I feel like the oh hello, you good? Oh, you good? I hope you're both good. So yeah, we could just leave right now. We got 3 chests, but these aren't a common structure. It took me a ridiculous number of blocks to find the first one. And so we will be going a little bit back in. Just a tad. Just a little moment. We'll do so with a quick firework sweep. So back into this side we shall go. I'm going to make sure I keep my protection armor on because we are dealing with some of the most dangerous. Also, Cat, did you get a warning from Nightbot? I didn't know that could happen. Nightbot has very strong feelings about screaming like a goat. So this is gold. And that is... you know, actually, let's start taking the gold. I think I might want to do something with it. And it's better to have the option to and not do it than to not have the option and want to. Okay. I think we came from down there. Okay. Oof. I think we came from over there. And I think we went this way last time and we went the wrong way. We went left and ended up in a dead end. So now let's go right. And there we go. That's more chests that way. I just have to kill you. Then kill you. I think I've gone to this chest, actually. I'm pretty sure. So, oof. I should switch my chest plate very soon. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. And then we're going to break through here, because I don't think I've gone into this chest. Oh, there's 2 of them. Yeah, this is lovely, chat. 5 iron? Sure, why not? I'll take it. 1 iron? Sure, why not? I'll take it. Okay, that's everything. We went through all that effort to come back. And what we got in exchange was a few ingots of iron. But I think it's worth knowing, you know? I think sometimes the knowledge is worth it. Okay, that's scary. Am I going to be fine? I think I'm going to be fine. Yeah, I should remind myself that my enchanted golden apple probably won't save me from wither skeletons because of how painful the withering effect is. Also, by the way, thank you for gifting the membership to GoosePlays20. Wait, are any of the membership notifications showing up today? I don't think they are. Chat, have you seen any notifications today for the tips and whatnot? It's interesting if not. But yeah, the hallways inside the Nether Fortress looked like a black screen. Someone should live there 100 days as a sensory deprivation challenge. Now that's a fun challenge. Oh no, no! It's exactly what I feared happening. Multiple sources of damage, all just closing in at the exact same moment that I switch out to my Elytra. That's why you can't switch out too early. Jesus, that was dangerous. So this is the same fortress, but it's outside. There's no chests there, so I'm just not going to bother looking. Oh. Okay, so that's something worth fixing. But it's dangerous to go somewhere and fix it. So what we'll do is we'll sit right here. Where it's safe. I'm going to sit here for a second. I'm going to work out what's gone wrong with that. So, is it pointing to the right place? Advanced. It looks like it should play alert. Ah, yeah, I think something's gone wrong here. Did you see that?
This is a test super chat message.
Okay, I heard it, but I didn't see it. Interesting. I feel like that. Okay, so let's just... There we go. I saw that. I saw that.
This is a test donation for £9.
That's spooky. Okay, okay. So now we're gonna make sure that I'll read the message from Superman Gaming from before. There we go. Yeah, it's great. Okay, so and then we'll recheck with Cat Beanie's. Okay, great. We're good. We're good. Ooh. So I'm glad to see that everything is working. Got scared and thought I was playing your screen for a second. Why would you be scared if you were playing my screen? I'm playing a very non-scary game of Minecraft right now. There is nothing to fear. There are only things you shouldn't fear. You know, the only things you should fear are the things you haven't done. You know, reverse your mindset and all that. No, I was trying to think about something interesting earlier, right, chat? Like, it's a really common thing for people to say, like, oh yeah, you need to make sure you do some things before you can't, or whatever. I know, like, so I'll give you the context, I guess. I'm about to be an old man this year, chat. I am gonna become 2010. I don't know what age that converts to in the system of counting we use, but pretty old, right? Like I'm something I heard that I thought was really interesting is like a way to like plan out your life is plan things in terms of 5 years. Like what can be done at any 5 years in your life versus what would make way more sense to do in the next 5 years. You know, stuff like that. Because there's loads of things I'd love to do at some point, and I'd end up ticking them off, you know, like as they come along. And then there are things where I'm like, oh, that would have made way more sense to do previously. Also, it's a 50-50 chance. Either you do find it or you don't. Exactly the fairer. You understand odds perfectly. So I'm, I think the interesting thing about, life is like, in that way, it's trying to be like, oh yeah. Being systematic with it, though, is kind of odd. Because, like, what things do you want, but do you think aren't important enough to do in the next 5 years? Like, be 100% honest with yourself there. How many things are on that list? I feel like anything on that list is, like, basically a dream. There's a term for this I heard recently. The destroyed future. There's a moment that happens somewhere in your development. Like the first time you... It's often related as like a traumatic thing, but I think it happens to everyone on some level. There's a moment where something which you had planned for in the future doesn't happen. And where you go like, oh, okay, I shouldn't be planning for the future. Why would I be planning for the future when there's things happening in the present that I'm not prepared for? Super scary to do that in midair, by the way. Also, I feel old as a 22-year-old. Yeah, any age past, there's a cruel thing. I think there's like a pendulum. You get maybe like 2.5 years between 18 and 20 and a half, let's say.
Long overdue toy cat tax. I have been watching since the one-legged Steve build. It's been great to watch the Let's Play world develop. Love the videos. Keep it up. I am Greek.
Oh, Greek. Oh, that's that's not the script at all. I don't know what to expect anymore. Shuffering. Okay, we're gonna fly up here, and if we have to start tunneling, we can do it from there. Wow, it has been a while since I heard someone reference Black One-Legged Steve. Which again, you know, like I'm glad you like him. He used to be a real mainstay in the Creative World videos. Back when those were things, right? Also, yeah, I think 0 to 30 is young, 30 to 60 is middle-aged. Oh no, that's worse. I want to believe if I like overreact to being old early, then when I'm like 34 and overreact to being old, it's like, I'm still just overreacting. It's not old yet. When I'm like 39, it'll be like, it's still not old yet. When I'm like 44, it'll be like, I'm like barely touching old. I'll be one of those 58-year-olds that's like, well, actually, 60 is the new 40, and 40 is the new 30, and 25 is the new 11. I want to be one of those types of old people. That's been my plan. So, yeah, honestly, I just want to get a decently sized house. It'd be amazing if it happened in the next 5 years. See, Naito, that's where you need to listen to my thing. The right amount of house is way less than you think it is. Like, if you ever look into, especially people who live in cities where space is, like, at a premium. Like, when you're paying, like, you know, 2 to 3 digits per square foot. Also, it's way too dangerous for me to be doing what I'm doing right now. But someone's got to do it, chat. Someone's got to do it. That doesn't make any sense in this context, but I'm sticking with it. Yeah, I'll be 40 in 2 months, so ouch. Oh, no, it's okay. 40 is the new 30, and 30 is the new 20, and 20 makes you at 20, you're basically an adolescent still, and adolescence is the new childhood, and childhood is the new being in the womb. Trust me, I've spoken to scholars who have confirmed that that is true. But no, yeah, more seriously, I think, thank you for the Nev Portal tip, Gwen. I should be storing my Nev Portal somewhere. I just haven't yet. I have big plans for the Nether for after we get this challenge done. If we keep the world going, I think it'd be cool to do that. I zoned out, but I hope you weren't saying 30 is old. No, I was saying 30 is the new 20. You good? It's basically what I said. Okay, so we're almost there. We get like one big flight done. Whee! Yeah, the Nether's such a pain to traverse sometimes, but when it goes well, it feels good. Also, we went all that distance, we found one Nether fortress. That's why I can't spend time here until I have a lot of fireworks. Because I need to find bastions too, like bastions and fortresses in high quantities. But yeah, I'm hoping I can spend about 20 days in the overworld and get every structure done there. I've only got 6 more overworld trims. And 2 of them are going to be easy peasy. Like, the moment I'm back in the overworld is the moment it's done, I think. Also, I want to make a portal here, but this is going to be, like, a messy place for it. But it is a cool little spot, right? It's a weird combination of biomes. You don't see this one all the time. So what we'll do is we'll just make a portal here. We're close enough to Y100. Well, actually, we're not really, are we? I think in the middle of this would be perfect, actually. Should we do it? Yeah, let's make a portal. No, that's a death trap. Let's not do that to ourselves. Let's go this way a little bit. No, didn't mean to look at you. So let's go this way a little bit more, so we can go this way a little bit more. Oh god, okay. I didn't want to look at you. I hope you didn't see me as looking at you, because it wasn't my intent. I hope that you listen to what I'm saying to you, because I don't consent to this right now. Okay. So I'm going to finish him off with the looting sword, I think. Actually, I've heard a fun fact. I don't know if it's true. I'm pretty sure it's not true on Bedrock. But I've heard if you are holding the looting sword, you don't need to actually use the looting sword. That used to be true on the console edition, but best I know, it's not true. Ah! My screen just went black. Anymore. So I think here's a nice spot, but I want it to be higher up. So let's put on the Elytra. And let's fly upwards. And let's make a portal, like, right here. Yeah, I think this is a good spot. Like, we're close enough to 100. This isn't, like, quite spawn. But it's near spawn. No, I think I need to be closer to spawn. But, like, that would be there and there. Deep in the... No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to make here the primary Nether hub location or whatever. I have big plans for this Never chat. I have very big plans. Let's hope we can see them to fruition. So let's take... can I just place a block there? No, it'll go on top of it. So place some blocks. Place a torch. Love torches for building, by the way. I do not like there's people younger than me in chat. I've been working on a video with Canby about Minecraft and the age of its players. And one of the most interesting questions is like, do you think Minecraft know the age of their players? Because they certainly act like they don't. Like, Minecraft had this problem where they had a young audience for a while and they didn't know how to react to it. And then they add, oh, chat, what just hurt me? Oh, it's a terrible place for a spawn portal. It's no point to, you know, I'll just destroy this and I'll build another one. That seems like a very reasonable response, I think. Yeah, I'll just destroy the entire portal, rebuild a fresh one on the ground, and then the game will have to use that one. That is how it works, I'm pretty sure. Like, we're so close to the ground anyway. Okay. You can tell from all the zombies that are here. And then once we've got that nailed down, we'll be able to traverse the Nether a lot easier if we want to. Which I'm going to have to soon, so it'll be nice to, like, have this locked down and in place. But yeah, I think I'm 16 years old, which is the new free apparently. They're shackling me in a preschool as we speak. I've mentioned this before. It's one of the... I think that when we talk about politics, we talk about easy politics. Again, everyone likes I get to have a correct opinion politics. Or at the very least, other people get to have incorrect opinions. Like, you know, I don't know the correct solution to, I don't know, like, homeless people. Yeah, or, you know, is there a solution to homeless... You know, but I don't know the correct solution to people who don't have homes and who don't seek homes when shelters are provided. You know, I don't know the solution. But what I do know is that the correct solution is not to be like, oh... The real problem is the stigma attached to the word homeless. If we can change that word, if we can all stick together and change our vocabulary, we can solve the world. And it's like, I don't know about that one actually. I feel like that is not the solution. I think there's lots of potential solutions and I'm not able to evaluate the merit. But I think changing the word we use, that's pretty low on the list of things that might help. Yeah, so I think what's really interesting though, like the really much deeper questions of like, we do now broadly, as we've gone more and more time without a major war, we treat people as being immature or not real adults for longer and longer. You can be 16, 17, 18, whatever. You can be... Also, I'm going to check my portal works, then I'm going to turn up my render distance. I'm just going to make sure it works, I guess we should say. Solution for homeless people? Homes. Yeah, I mean, I think that is a really interesting solution. I do agree. But I think the similar one is like, we are treating people as being like, I don't know, like people who are like, oh yeah, you know, when you're like 19, are you really like... And it's like, yeah, like, there is a agreed thing that, like, the more time you are alive, the more experience you pick up, therefore, the fewer dumb things you do. But also, like, oof, not, like, all the way that, right? Like, at some point, we have to say, when you make dumb decisions, that is your fault. And when you make great decisions, that's your call. You should be able to reap the rewards from that in a way that we don't really do in society right now. You know, by treating people like children for longer and longer, you know, I know a prime example is we are making the ages for, you know, things you're not allowed to do, defaulting to... America won't let you drink until you're 21. One of the oldest, like, forms of socializing in history. You cannot do in America, you know, for valid reasons, like, it's dangerous, it's terrible. But, like, as an 18-year-old, you are an adult. You're allowed to drive a giant death vehicle, you're allowed to... But you're not allowed to drink, as an example. lots of places when they're like, okay, we should legalize this or legalize that, and it's like, but only for 21-year-olds. And there's science that says your brain keeps developing till you're 25, right? So there is a, if not a legal backing, an emotional backing to the idea, but that doesn't make it good. Also, we're gonna go into I want to go find a tiger biome, and we're gonna go look around for any trail ruins, and if we can find, but I'm mostly looking for a shipwreck or a pillager outpost, chat. I think we should probably just get in a boat for the shipwreck. Like, I bet if we just crawled this ocean, we would find one in no time. Maybe the same is true for a thing. So, yeah, I give the homeless people crafting tables. Problem solved. Most homeless people want to be homeless. The solution is not more homeless people, not more homes. Ooh, I don't think most homeless people. I think you know, do you ever see someone who sees like a thing on Facebook where they're like, oh yeah, you can't give money to the homeless because they get picked up by a Mercedes van at the end of the day and they make more than someone who's working. And that has no doubt been true at some times. There are organized gangs of beggars, right? Like, that is a thing. But it is not most people. It's just that it's such a horrifying experience that it becomes your understanding of the group as a whole. When you encounter a dumb 20-year-old, I think I encountered one. Yes, I think I encountered I think literally yesterday, in McDonald's. I heard like two people talking, and I thought one of them was like talking to like an 8-year-old. Like, I thought they had a young child, and I was like, oh, they're like. At first, I thought they were dumb, but they're just talking to a child. And then it's like, oh no, that's their like 17-year-old friend. I don't even remember what they were saying, but I was like, you know, like they were talking about how they were gonna make a monstrous burger and how they've needed McDonald's. It was just, I was like, wow, that's a person, that's a voter right there, you know. But at the same time, I can't be like, oh, 18-year-olds are dumb because of this one experience. Lots of 18-year-olds are smarter than me. Statistically, there are 18-year-olds out there who are significantly more intelligent than me. Earlier, I was trying to think of the word for like a model of the world, like a heuristic. The word was escaping me. I was trying to think about it, and I just could not come up with it. There are some people like, Toycat, why aren't you just saying the word heuristic? It perfectly explains what you're trying to describe there. And a lot of those people are younger than me. So yeah, let's go on a boat ride. Let's see what we find. Hopefully something. Hopefully something. Honestly, maybe we should just use up our Elytra tonight and hope that we find a... yeah, use the Elytra like crazy tonight. Hope we find something tomorrow. Chat, was I here earlier? I think I remember that mountain. I'm going to turn up my render distance just to make sure I'm on the right vibes about this. I think this is where I came on day 1 or day 2 or like very early on. Yeah, this looks very familiar to me, chat. That's fun. Yeah, and then there's going to be a pale garden over there, if I remember correctly. I might not. Yeah, fun. I'm one of the 18-year-olds smarter than you, by the way, says Kater. You might have been, but if you think you're smarter than me, you're probably not smarter than me. If you think like, yeah, maybe, I mean, like, you're probably smarter. If you're sure you're smarter than me, it means you haven't considered the question fully enough, and you're not thinking about the fact that I have street smarts. Yeah, you can put me on a street, and I will know what street it is, and then I will direct you to the nearest street. Yeah, I'm good at GeoGuessr, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I've never heard of that word. No, you know the word heuristic. You know the word. Well, you're quite close to spawn. Yeah, it's not surprising, right? Like, I was deliberately coming here because it was somewhere I'd been before. But it's still cool to, like, after all this time, chat, I'm 18 hours and 32 minutes in. It's cool to, like, be back somewhere. So I'm gonna go up and over the mountain, maybe? I'm not sure that's actually a good idea. I'm not sure any of this is a good idea. I'm just doing it all. I think I saw pillager outposts on day 1, I think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trade my chest plate, because it kind of like... I don't want to like forget about this and have it hurt me. So I'm gonna put that in there, and I'm gonna whip out probably this one. No, I could combine these. Yeah, I'll just use the protection 4. I'll use this till it dies, chat. That's my plan, and then I'll switch out from there. Or I'll use it till it's nearly dead. But if it dies, I'm not sad, you know. It's like it's like someone else's childhood pet. Like, you're happy to see it alive. You're not that bummed to see. You probably don't even find out when it dies. Toy Cat is incredibly smart, but his thoughts are exclusively limited to Minecraft playthroughs. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you understand. Yeah, you know where my smarts goes. You have to have street smarts to survive reckless cycling. Oh yeah, it's interesting. I uploaded a video of me cycling in summer of last year, and a lot of people being like, "Oh, actually, man, this is scary to me." And it kind of reminded me, like, yeah, anything is scary when you're trying to think about it all. Like, I don't know, like, the world is really complicated, and then you work out rules that can summarize like 99% of it into one place. Like, you know, when you're driving, this is the one that like blew my mind because it's like so true when you think about it. But driving is all, I think, like path and command. And again, it's like complicated to describe it that way. But like when you are driving on a road, you have the right to keep driving on that road unless something on your side of the road stops. Something cannot come onto your road to inconvenience you. It should not. It is doing a bad thing if it does. You should be ready for it to, maybe, but it should not, and therefore you should not go on someone else's path. Like it's and if you are at a junction, or if you are at a place where you have to wait for someone else, all you gotta do is find a good Also, we got phantoms. I need these. I need this, chat. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, let me get you. Oh man. Okay, I need to re-change my inventory. Okay, so I'm gonna kill you first. I just want to get some phantom membrane. It's been days, chat. It's been so many days. Okay, I'm gonna shoot the phantoms. I think phantoms aren't a good mob for shooting. Okay, let's do this. So we have to get a critical. Yeah, we got one, and nothing. How is there nothing? I've killed so many phantoms, so many. How is this all resulting in absolutely nothing for me? I do not understand. Someone is knowledgeable about paving. They do have street smarts. If I had someone I hadn't talked to in over a year tell me their cat died, I'd want to know. I cared. Oh, that's nice. Okay, Chantal, I've got bad news for you. My cat might have died. It's real sad. I don't get updates on my cat anymore. Yeah, it's the sad reality of I don't know. You know, Cookie's doing great. Cookie's doing great. I bet she is. Okay, so come on, come back. I'm gonna shoot you. I just need you dead. I need a single phantom membrane. Please, will you give one to me? Do you think looking at phantoms really does make them stop? Is it like you gotta look away from them so they can feel like they're swooping down on you without you knowing? Oh no, look at me, phantom. I can't see you. If you were to come and get me... Okay, perfect. Wait, what happened with you? Oh, there's so many phantoms coming at me now. Okay, I'm going. Come on, just... Okay, so I got a phantom membrane. It cost me everything. It's cost me days of effort, chat. But I've got a single phantom membrane now, so I guess it's not terrible, is it? Come on, do better. Bow them. Yeah, my bow skills are not good enough. I am sad to announce. Maybe I should just get a crossbow with multi-shot and just start spamming up into the air. Maybe that's how I'm meant to do it. Okay, got myself lit on fire. It's probably fine though. Okay, so there's a phantom. Why are you doing this? Why'd you come so close to the ground? Like, they literally know, chat. Every time you don't need a phantom, they are destroying you. They're going over and over again. The moment when you're terrified of phantoms, they know. They can sense your fear. But look at this. It's been a whole night. I've got one phantom membrane, chat. One single... Like, why are they doing this? I'm looking over here. Sorry to hear. I haven't seen the cat who would visit my front porch too. My drop rates are low for Enderman. I feel your pain. Yeah, Enderman. Where did they all go? Okay, I think it would have been faster to go to the end again. And then just get like 3 or 4 more elytras. And that sucks that that is true. This is such a dumb mob. It's badly designed, it's badly implemented. It's badly voted for. You know, I'm anti-democracy now. I've decided. I hope we get a Belarus-style democracy. Where we get options every now and then. But only specifically approved options. Okay, come on. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. No, don't run away. Why? Why do they get close to me and then go, actually, nah. I don't think I need to do that. It's gotta be something about me looking, right? How do I have one? How do I have one phantom membrane? I've got a looting sword. It's looting, chat. Okay. Stop it. Stop deciding to not come down here. There's so many phantoms. How can I not hit? Okay. How can I not be hitting any of these guys? Okay, that's the second one dead. Look at that. 2 phantom membranes. This has been a day. Okay, so we're going to knock him that way. No! Okay, we're just going to hit him. I think at this point, it's better to not get a looting. I don't understand why. I feel like that should have been a slam dunk on him there. But it wasn't, and that's okay. Yeah, I've got a lot of mobs spawning somehow too. Maybe I could fly up there, and I could deal with the phantoms that way. Okay, we got this, Yeah, that was 2 membranes. So we can heal up my other elytra all the way, maybe, if we're lucky. And then that would be nice. Okay, you guys have got to stop. There's too many of you. The mob cap should be reached, maybe. Okay. Phantoms. You got this. I think waiting a few seconds and suddenly turning around lures them into a vulnerable position. Yeah, that might be it. Okay, I'm going to look just straight down. I don't know that there are phantoms in the sky right now, chat. It would be negative to my life if I found out there were phantoms coming for me. Come on. Okay, I don't... At some point, we just have to say, okay, it doesn't work, and that's fine. We'll kill them when they come after me when I don't want them to come after me. That's got to be the way we do this. It's just too time-consuming otherwise. Okay, so we're going to fly across this patch of water. There's got to be a shipwreck in it somewhere. It would be weird if not, right? So we're looking. And we're looking. Are we finding? We're not finding. Wow. I felt like we found so many pillager outposts too. And I'm not seeing any of those right now. Oh, but there's a phantom right there. I had to jump hit him, but I didn't. Okay, go. Yes! Okay, I got free from that one, chat. See, you wait until you don't want a phantom anymore, and that's how you get phantoms. Specifically, that's the pro tip. It's the only way this works. It's dumb, some would say. Okay, I'm gonna go for you. Yeah! Look at all those phantom membrane. So many more phantom membranes when you're not trying. Did a phantom just die to a creeper explosion? Did I see that correctly? Is my brain calibrated? Okay, go. No! Okay, I'm gonna just shoot you. It's worth it. Okay, not worth it anymore. So let's just, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our boat back out. And we're gonna go on an adventure. And we're gonna see where that adventure takes us. I am shocked to see, okay, boat. I'm shocked to see that we've yet to see a... Do you think phantoms can get trapped in boats? But I'm shocked to see we haven't seen a shipwreck yet. It's amazing, isn't it, chat? We've been in this world for 18 hours, and we haven't found one. And I do think that is odd. I think I have to say it. I think I've now got enough elytra, phantom membranes that I can... Yeah, I think I've got enough phantom membranes to feel very good about my fireworks situation. So good, in fact, that I'm just going to spend now. Make all the fireworks we can. Drop these on the ground, and let's go. Kill some cows as we go. Because why not? And then let's just go flying. If we could find a trail ruins, that would be great. But I'm just looking for... Okay, in fact, actually, let's get real scientific. How do you find a trail ruins, chat? Trail ruins Minecraft. I think it's the taiga, the birch forest, and the... What is it? So jungle, interestingly, I don't think I've ever seen one there. Snowy taiga, and then all of the old growth taigas, and old growth birch forests. So birch forest, jungle, and then all of the taiga variants. Easy peasy. Someone says chunk base. You never, like, I know for some people you must be having more fun of a time on chunk base, but you know you're not actually, right? You know, I'm not gonna gatekeep your own fun from you. But I think you might want to consider not, like, give it a try. Give not using chunk base a try, and you'll be like, oh, I didn't realize Minecraft could be fun. I thought the whole point was that you didn't have fun. A little shocked to find this out, if I'm being honest. So we actually should wait until it's most of the way unrepaired. Because it costs one more each time we do it. So let's try to get the most out of it. Okay, so we've got fireworks. Let's go fly. Whee! Oh, isn't it so cool to be able to fly, chat? Actually, should I put unbreaking on one of these? I had unbreaking on a book, didn't I? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, chat. Oh, one sec. Game plan change here. Let's grab, I think it's in here. Okay. So, no, that's not the right box. Is this the right box? This is the right box. Yeah, I have an unbreaking free. I have to lose density, but like, you know, why would I not? And then we go into this shulker box here. Very logical number of shulker boxes. Look how great it is when your inventory's in shulker boxes, chat. I'm gonna make this your problem. That's what I do in life. And then we're gonna combine this and that, and it's gonna cost me 3. That's fine. That's great. So now we've got unbreaking elytra, wonderful. And then we take that and we put all of those on there, and we spend exactly the right amount, 5. And now we've got unbreaking elytra of all of the durability. That's great, wonderful. We can put this one back away. I can take all of these boxes back. And now my elytra is going to last 3 times as long, which is a big, big, big deal. Wonderful. That is great, chat. That was the move. Ooh. So yeah, now I've got... Look at this. I'm breaking elytra. It's purple, chat. It's the best color. As far as Minecraft rarity goes. Not my own personal opinion. Now, and that's not a shipwreck. It looked like one. Now we just look in third person, and we wait till we find a shipwreck. I'm going to save my elytra until I get bored. I'm going to use up... I would rather... I'm going to think about how it's daytime. And this is the easiest time to search it via boat. Because the surface of the water is kind of like hard to pierce otherwise. Whereas if you can like do one of these real quick, you can kind of get a little scan going on. But yeah, what do we see around here? Not very much. No shipwrecks, that's for sure. But I see a big open ocean, which is great. So, coordinates and chunk base for the win. Please answer me. I missed the end of this last stream. Did you get Vex from a mansion? Says Chase Jimmy. Hey, Chase Jimin! Chase Jimmy MN. Yeah, I got Vex. So I not only got Vex, but I got the one from the Ocean Monument too. I really wasn't expecting to. I figured like, let's just kill it. Let's see if we get lucky. And we got lucky on our second Elder Guardian. Yeah, I feel really good about my trim total right now. Random shield durability inspection, says Tyler Kowalskis. It's good to do one of those every now and then. I learned today, chat, that in 10 US states, they have no concept of like a vehicle inspection in like a legally mandated one. Like in some states, you have to get your car checked for emissions reasons, make sure you're not like over polluting the environment. In some cars, you need a safety check. Some states you need a safety check. Some you need both. Some it's like after some number of years, etc. But in a lot of states, including Washington, like very, very populated Washington, it's like, yeah, no, don't believe in none of that. And I think that's cool, personally. I need to add it to the... I've never owned a car, but I think the idea of like, oh, every year you gotta take it to a place and pay someone some money so you're allowed to use it again. You know, as someone who's not in a car, I think that's great. But as someone who believes that, you know, rights are not just for you, they're for people who you disagree with as well. I think it's great, the idea of like, yeah, you decide whether it's a good idea to drive your car. Not me, friend. It's because of the Fourth Amendment. Man, I recently went through the amendments, but that doesn't sound right to me. Why'd you like McDonald's, Toy Cat, says Amelia Summers. I think McDonald's is one of the best foods in existence. And I think the only reason that you don't think it is because we get so used... We get so used to things that are good and widely available that we forget. It's like Minecraft, right? When people ask you, oh, do you think Minecraft's a... You know, like, if someone asked you about some niche game, you know, like, if people talk about Hollow Knight, although that's probably sold a lot of copies at this point, but if people ask you about some small indie game, you're like, oh yeah, it's really good. You can get passionate about it. Someone asks you about Minecraft, you're like, yeah, it's good. Like, you forget how great it is because of how... You know, like, it's this idea of overrated. Things can be overrated and also good. And McDonald's, you know, like, it's not overrated, but it's overvisited. Everyone knows how good it is. No one needs to be told that McDonald's is good. And so, you know, you don't think about telling them, and you don't even think it to yourself. You forget how good McDonald's is because you don't need to yell about it from the rooftops. But it's nuts. They've scientifically engineered food to be its most cheap, most consistent, and indeed like tastiest. They worked out a type of potato that could make the most consistent and also like most delicious fries. The Idaho russet, or I don't even care. But there's a type of potato they had to grow from scratch to make McDonald's good. And McDonald's fries are incredible. You know, if you think about most ingredients, like to make bread better, you generally have to spend a lot more money. Like if you're in the normie world, in the world we all live in, I don't even eat fast food and their fries are fire, period, says Magel. Exactly. Everyone loves McDonald's fries. Yeah, everyone eats McDonald's, everyone eats everyone drinks Coke conversation. Let's go. Let's take I think that no one talks about how great some very popular things are because we're too busy talking about how great the not common things are. It's the kind of, I guess you could say, it's the same thing as like why we won't have a political conversation about like, oh yeah, why are we treating people like children, or indeed the conversation around like, oh yeah, like do you think it should be I think this is true for like basically every like I guess like what's the word, like right with an asterisk, like every, you know, little, see, I don't know the word. I bet there's some 18-year-old that's like, yeah, like augmented. I don't think that's the right word. Every checked, right? I don't know, but like we have a lot of when it's a hard discussion, it's less fun to have. Much less fun to have. People love having discussions where they got the slam dunks. No one likes to have the discussions where you're like, oh yeah, well this is a solution, and they're like, well this is a solution too. I like the taste of McDonald's, but I always feel like I'm dying of the plague after eating it and being full. Oh, that's a change to me recently, chat. So again, like I'm taking stock of my life, right? It's a good thing to do every now and then. And one of the things I've worked out recently is like this is like a good change. I think this is like a, people always talk, we spoke about like, you know, like diet, food, etc. earlier. I think a good sign for me is that I now don't like being overfull anymore. Like I'm happy getting to 80% full, then stopping it off. Like my hunger keeps filling after I stop eating. Maybe I've got like a reverse tapeworm in there or something. But it's really it's like a handy thing to have, but also it's a change. It's like also shipwreck. Our first shipwreck in, also there's a pillager outpost in the distance too. How perfect. How incredibly perfect that is. So let's go in. Chat, will we find the trim of truth? That's the question. Statistically, the answer is... Oh, treasure map. Should we go find the treasure? I don't think I need the treasure at this point, but it's a nice idea, right? Put it in a little map place. Yeah, I got a little map bundle already. Actually, let's keep this out with me for now. It's like it's to the west, which is on the negative z-axis. So if we go this way, actually, if we go this way, we'll eventually find it. I'm very close to it, so it's fine. Let's go see if they've got some trims in here too. I would like it if they did. And so, oh, it's a really good chest. I like when they're like this. I'll grab the lapis too. I think I was running low on that. And then we'll put this in there. I don't know. Let's get out. Because drowning hurts bad. Really suck to drown to death in hardcore, right? Would be a bad way to die. I guess all ways to die in hardcore are bad. There's something special about McDonald's Coke, and I get one when I'm sick. They it's the syrup. You know, this is perfect for Ad and Sony. We're combining your two favorite conversations together. Coke is great, McDonald's is great, but McDonald's Coke, different level. They know that they have that, like, have you ever looked at how fountains work? Like, fountain drinks taste different to regular drinks because they just take sparkling water and syrup and just pour them in there at the same time, and the sparkles basically, like, it's basically build your own Coke. And so it's really easy to get those machines, you know, poorly calibrated. It's really easy to, like, have some mistake where you get a bit too much syrup, or, you know, let's say a business owner gives you a little bit too little syrup. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna buy from the store because your Diet Coke wasn't perfect. No, your Coke tastes like Coke, and that's all that. And so they could cut a little corner by giving you a little bit less, right? However, you know, McDonald's is like, I think most good businesses. This is something. If anyone out there is like looking to make your own business, it's a business lesson you always hear from old people, and you have to like really experience it for yourself to like truly understand. But okay, let's jump. Oh, got him. There are some ways in which making a good business is like, it's, you know, like there are some things that seem like poor decisions on the economic optimization game that are just really good decisions. Okay, we're gonna go for you. That are really good decisions on a like real business logical level. And I don't know, like, I guess, like, sometimes it's worth doing a bad thing. Or sometimes it's worth losing a few cents here. Because if people think your Coke is incredible and keep coming back for your Coke, they'll buy other things as well. And even if you spend, you know, like 3 cents more on your Coke than your competitors, you're still making 94% profit instead of 96%. Also, what the heck? You see what I mean? If you don't care about the phantoms, if you're actively trying not to die to them, that's when they come and get you. Okay, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna jump just right. No, got him. I'm not getting any phantom membrane though. There we go. That's what I need. I think 8. What I've got right now plus 8 probably will see me through for a while. So I'll grab a bed soon. I don't want to waste any more nights. We'll grab a bed soon. We'll get it done. So yeah, I'm still missing the pillager outpost trim, which is surprising because I've gone through quite a few of these. But it is true. And so it's something we need to fix. I am also going to fix my inventory just a little bit here. So that, okay. That's not what I wanted to have happen, but it's fine. So we're just going to slide in, and we're going to have the golem come out. Oh, is there a guy? Oh, well, a pillager captain spawned in there with the golem. Fascinating that happens. We're just going to... It'll be interesting to look at the seed for this world after we are done. Or maybe we should never look at the seed. Maybe that'd be interesting, or not never look at it, you get what I'm saying. Are they deliberately getting in a room with the golem there? Yep, I think that's what's happening. Doesn't make any sense, but it is what's happening. So there's a lot of these guys around. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot you now. Okay, it's a pillager. Okay, so I think the fastest way to take one of these on is just to fly around it, end up on the top here, put the protection chest plate back on, make a hole through the ceiling, and we'll be good, right? If you want to attack me, try and attack me. Actually, wait, if this is enough blocks deep, we could just... Let's just find the chest from up here. Okay, so I think the chest is on this side. Okay, this is my idea, chat. What if we could take down the pillager outpost without having to do anything? So it's over here we want to start digging. We'll put the sugarcane away. That might be a great place to start. And we'll remove this block. Okay, it's over there, chat. So if it's over there, we just have to put a block there and a block there, and then like a block over here and there, and like a block over there. Like you don't have to worry about all this nonsense. All you've got to worry about is, there we go. That's the chest, and there's nothing in it, which sucks, but that's okay. Yeah, it was a possibility of happening the whole time. I've got a lot of iron ingots here. I don't know where they all came from, so I'll just leave a pile of them there, and I'll pick up some extra arrows. And yep, this was lovely. So we didn't get either of the trims, even though we found both of the structures, which is again wild. You usually just get these without even wanting them. So I'm not that stressed yet. But I could be. I could get the perfect Minecraft seed that has none of those trims on there. Not suspecting it's true yet, but at some point, you know, I gotta get suspicious. So I'll throw that in there. I can throw the paper in there, but I think I'm fine not doing it. And then I'll put the IF enders away too. Put those in there. Okay, and that's some extra inventory slots readied up for me. And yeah, it looks great. Looks great. So let's go flying, chat. I want to sleep before the end of the night too. I think I had a bed in one of these bundles. I don't know where I put the bed. I'll find a village in the next little while, and I'll sleep there so that I can reset the night. And we're gonna look for a birch forest like this one, and we're gonna see if it has a trail ruins. Trail ruins are somewhat easy to see from above. But yeah, it'd be nice if we could. I haven't seen a trail ruins by accident commonly, chat. And it's like, it's not an easy structure to look for. There's no like easy technique for like, oh, if you wanna find a trail ruins, just do this. How many trims are there in total? Says Guinea Pig Adventures. There's 18 in total, so being at 10 out of 18 right now is like about on par. But we're just about slipping behind it right now, I would say. We're slipping into the danger zone of not being able to do it. I have some worries, but I hope they are needless worries. So make 12 fireworks, just re-up my stash. And then we could go for another fly. Yeah, why not? I think this ocean is probably worth looking at. So let's get our boat out and give it a scan. I mean, maybe we should scan the oceans from the sky. I don't actually know. In fact, you know, nighttime is ending. I need to find a village. So as great as it is, I might have to call this quits. Are you trying to beat a time? Yeah, I'm trying to do this in fewer than 100 days. Guinea Pig's Adventure. Also, I don't want to boast, but I've got Silence Trim in that surprise city I found in my trial chamber. Hey, nice! No, you should boast about that. Silence Trim is the one thing you're allowed to boast about, I think. Those are the rules. I do not make them. But congratulations, Polly E. Congratulations, Polly E. It's like a birthday, but for silence. I hope that you have a good one. And that is how it is gonna be. So chat, let me tell you about birds. You ever spend some time looking at birds? Because if you do, you see some weird things. You know, like you know how bird watching is like a really common activity. You know, it's weird that it's true, but it is. There's a lot of people who specifically just look at birds. Why birds? Why is there not reptile watchers as a group? You think to yourself lots of things before you come across the real answer. Also, yeah, I'm just gonna try and look for a village. If I can't find one, I guess I must keep the bed in one of these. Probably this one. Statistically, this one. I'm gonna sleep in it just now, just to make my life so much easier. So bed, please. There it is. Let's go. And we'll just sleep through the night, make our problems go away. But yeah, so birds are an interesting thing. People like to watch them. But if you do watch them yourself, you'll notice that there's this kind of goes back to the thing about like how should we treat children. There are birds that like are very protective of their children, who are like, you know what, I'm gonna look after you if it costs me everything. A lot of animals like actively hate their children. Like, is it spiders try to eat their children, or is it spider children try to eat their parents? But it's, either way, there's a questionable relationship going down between those animals. Between that pair, I've never tried to. I've never been eaten personally that I know of. I've never had someone attempt to do it. Certainly not my own family. And so, also, you're not going to tell us about the birds and the bees, are you? So what's interesting though is you see like a lot of people are like, yes, this bird is exactly an explanation for what I want to do in my life. And like there's like basically two major philosophies within like most animals, like birds or otherwise. One of them is like, yeah, you look after your children, you teach them how to do everything, and then one day they leave, and when they leave, it's chill. You go off and you maybe have some more children. And the second way is just like, yeah, you feed your children for like a little bit when they're too young to feed for themselves. You make sure their basic needs are met. And otherwise, you just leave them be. They are a being in this world like any other. And I think it's interesting because, like, I don't think the second option is acceptable for humans. I think it should be, though, right? I think it should be okay to be like, yeah, my intention is to drop a child and then just kind of leave it be. Like, if it needs anything, if it's like, oh, I am unloved, go play catch with it or something. If it's like, I am hungry, give it some food. But don't be like, ooh, we need to make sure it learns the value of right and wrong. I mean, we just assume, like, hopefully it learns. If it doesn't, well, not learning right and wrong will teach you the meaning of right and wrong real soon, You go to a prison. You go to a place where they send people who don't know the difference between right and wrong. And there they don't teach you the difference between right and wrong. They actually teach you a very warped system based on it, but... it's part of the fun. This forest has a ton of dying trees. A spooky number. Praying mantises behead their mates after mating if it helps. I don't understand why. That doesn't seem like a very, like, admittedly, we all go a little bit into the dark side of the internet sometimes, when we're, everyone has some depraved urges in them somewhere. But I don't understand the... Also, is this the same one from earlier? If it is, I'm screwed. No, it's not. Perfect. So I'm just going to put this on. Walk in. Let's go. Okay, you're dead. You're dead. This is mine. No, where's the trim? Where it be? Okay, so we're going to put down this temporarily. This has a goat horn in it, or it should. Let's put this goat horn in it now. Weird. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna don't you pick it up. Easy peasy. Okay. So then we're gonna jump down, pick up that. Oh no, ouch. Of course, that didn't work. Okay, I need to just drop the torches, pick that up. It was a fine trade. It's not the best trade, but it's a fine trade. And then let's break this man out of his cage. Okay, it's too late for that. Let's fly away. Fly, fly, fly away. So yeah, we've gone now to 3 pillager outposts and not had any luck with the trim. I wasn't emotionally prepared for this, but that's okay. I've got plenty of elytra left, and I'm not using the fireworks that quickly, so I'm feeling chill about it. I would still really like to get my hands on... Okay, so let's go fly. Good horn, though. Who's spamming emojis on the screen, says Aaron Chai. Oh, it's one of those weird mobile YouTube features. It makes me a little uncomfortable, if I'm being honest. Like, again, maybe this is just me being old, but the modern internet is so focused on engagement at all costs that we're willing to, like, lie to people for the sake of it, right? And one of the biggest examples of this is, I think the biggest trend was like .io games, but games, the biggest example being Agario, I think. But there's a trillion other ones. But the idea of, like, it's a game that you play with people online. People love... Something about multiplayer online is really, really good. And somewhere in, like, the mid-2010s, people worked out, like, wait, what if we had online multiplayer where we never explicitly call it... Oh, chat. I think my PC just crashed. Can you see me? Can you say pineapples if you can hear me and blueberries if you can see me? Hello? I can't see or hear me. So we will fix this, I guess. I hope Minecraft is okay. Chat, is Minecraft gonna be okay? Whoopsie. Don't know what happened there. Everything's broken. Let's get back into it, though. Can you see chat if you think your PC crashed? Yeah, usually, I think it's called the Windows shell crashes. Which means you can actually still... Everything works besides the programs. Like, browsers will... It's weird. I don't understand what it means for Windows shell to crash without Windows itself crashing. It's happened to me a few times this week, chat. Has anyone... I need someone out there to have had this same problem. But I have this issue quite frequently where Minecraft... I'm sorry, my PC will crash, but only the hotbar. The... What do you call it? Sorry, I'm being Minecrafty. The taskbar. So it'll be like, let's say I start working at 11. It'll be 11:28, and I'm like, awesome. I've done pretty good for 28 minutes of work, and then I'll do a bunch more work, and then it'll be like 11:28, and I'm like, whoa, I've done really, really well for 28 minutes of work, and then I'll procrastinate for a few minutes and be like, oh, but it's fine. It's still only 11:28. And it will take me like an hour to notice that my clock has crashed, has broken, it's stopped updating, because the entire taskbar just breaks. And again, I'm glad now that Windows, instead of crashing the whole PC, can just crash the taskbar or just crash the shell. I used to have like whole PC crashes that were very frustrating back in the day. If you've been watching these streams forever, you'll know. But yeah, I have it all the time, and it's crazy. Speaking of having it all the time and crazy, oh man, I need to use the bathroom, chat. What's the best way for me to use the bathroom? I think I have to just leave the game, right? Okay, share stream, pause the timer. You can look at the menu. I'm gonna go be right back. Hands down the best part of the stream. Yeah, you're welcome. Let our battles begin, chat. Do you know what one of my favorite things is in life? I hate to admit it's true. I love fake healthy things. Like, also, is the timer still going? Oh, it wasn't meant to be. Whoopsie. Remove a couple minutes from that. See if that's accurate. Whew. Quickest dump ever. You know, Indie Luke, there are other reasons people use a bathroom. I could have been there to fix my makeup, for all you know. Time was 19:10:15. Thank you. That's easy to adjust back to. Appreciate it a lot, Polly. So, yeah, I think, you know, actually, chat, can we do the thing where I just pivot to whatever I feel like talking about? Ah, I'm just kidding. That's every stream ever. I've been watching a show called Upper Middle Bogan. It's an Australian show. It seems like it's very, very cheap. Like it's one of those like filler comedies they just made for the sake of like, you know, we gotta put someone on. But it's first of all, I think there's a real value in shows that you just kind of watch in the background, right? I think a lot of people don't appreciate it. Everyone thinks like every show has to be a Breaking Bad or a, you know, sometimes you don't want a show that you gotta like pay like too much attention to. Oh, there was one of those that I thought I saw it and then I thought, oh no, it's gonna be another type of building. I think some shows being easy watching is great. Also, there's 7 obsidian here. It'd be insane not to take advantage. Just put it in there, I guess. Put the bread in there. Put the apple in there too. The apple apples go in here apparently, along with Bad Omen 5, which I now have 2 of, which is cool. And then we'll just put that in there to make my life easy. And then maybe this in one of them. Great, we did it. Inventory managed. But I was combing the stash. Os mentioned. But yeah, so I thought it was the whole premise of the show is just like an upper middle class woman realizes that she's actually lower class because of adoption. Simply put, just like, you know, like she thought she was from one family, she's from another. But so basically, it's the whole show is just like about class differences. You know, like what is and isn't acceptable based on your, and I think it's really interesting because when you really boil it down, when you really like, you know, try to like explain it, you know, even for the sake of like a dramatized TV show, like what actually defines class is more or less like, do you it's, you know, a lot of people think it's down to like money, right? But like, if it was just down to money, why are there things that you can spot class from that aren't looking at someone's bank account or possessions or things like that, right? So it's not just money. There's something else in the world of class, which I think is interesting. And to like try to overanalyze it a little bit, I think what it really is like by being able to show restraint and like show like human control. Like if you, because you know, there's a lot of like lower class things that are wildly expensive. Like the show makes a big thing about how racing is lower class. Like you know, like that's just a given. And the same with like having a really expensive car is a low class thing. It's weird because money is meant to be class. So why are there some things that cost a lot of money that are low class? Another one would be like drugs or, you know, there's you know, like having there are certain pricey items which do not indicate high class, and there are certain cheap items which do indicate high class, I guess. So certain free things like behaviors, and I think that's really interesting. Also, so British, she thought she was from another family. I dislike the emoji in the corner because it covers up part of a message, and I need to scroll to read it. Yeah, it's the problem with the YouTube mobile app. It was kind of what I was saying, like, so games worked out like fake engagement. Basically, companies have worked out they spent a decade, you know, like Meta with Facebook and Instagram, and you know, Google with YouTube and Twitter or whatever they're calling it these days. But every social media has to solve the same problem of people come on our website. How do we keep them here for as long as possible? And, you know, there's been some critiques that they basically do it by making their service addicting. And I don't even think they were necessarily going for that goal. They just accidentally achieved it. They accidentally made super addicting websites to spend time on. Sure, whatever. But what I do think is extra interesting is the fact that, so while making these super addicting, engaging websites, whatever, they also worked out, like, okay, it's better to show people these things from these people rather than these things from these people. If you show people exclusively what their friends are up to, people only have, say, 10 friends. So you'll see what your 10 actual friends are up to, and then you'll leave. Maybe you have 100 people in your, like, friends of friends circle. But, so they worked out that if you throw in between that stuff from other people, but people they like, that's good. You know, like, trying to expand your circles. Expand what you get from social media. Also, I've been here before, chat. Interesting. I've been here, and I didn't... I left some boots on the ground. That's fun. Always love to see past me. So let's go in a different direction now, then. Let's go this way. I don't think I went back towards spawn. I'd be fairly certain I didn't. So, Cat, do a trim rundown on what you still need. So, if you're curious as what I still need, Indie Luke, what I still need is... I still currently, at day 60, I need the 4 trims you get from a trail ruins. I need the trim you get from a shipwreck. Is that a shipwreck there? That's a tree. I need the trim you get from a shipwreck. And I need the trim you get from a pillager outpost. And then I need the one from a bastion and the one from a fortress. So I've got 5 structures that I need the trims from still. And I'm running out of time to find them. I am running out of time. Also, I think in Bordio's theory of class, social constructs exist. Economic, cultural, and social capitals. Yeah, so it's really interesting to see. I haven't heard that before, Jalapeno. I'll have to look into that after the stream. I think it's really cool to... I think it's really interesting because I feel like everyone is just trained to think about class as being solely a money thing. The more money you have, the more class you have. But it's, like, quite not that. Someone says, expensive designer items are so class, it's like you're bluntly trying to tell people you have money. Yeah, I agree with that. There's something... I can't even describe why, but when people put a lot of effort into displaying that they have money, it feels like... It feels ugly to me, because it's like you have... The only thing you prove by having a, you know, wildly expensive car, or a wildly expensive pair of jeans. Like, the only thing you prove is you have less money than when you bought the thing. Just the moment before you bought the thing, you had more money than you do now. It's especially, like, tragic if people are like, I really need to show that I have money. I am going to find... I'm going to spend money I don't have so that I can prove that I have money. Because that's... I don't know, like, there's something about that that's, like, disastrous, right? But is that me being, like, actually a class snob? Would you say in reverse that what's the point in having money if no one thinks you have money? What is the point in... What, you know, like... Surely one of the most enjoyable aspects of money is people being able to see, like, oh, this guy has money. You know, like, because ultimately, whether you have money or not, you enjoy the same things largely. You know, it's the same McDonald's. That's why people have to criticize it, because it doesn't get any better. It's exactly the same. Or it gets better 1% a year or something. So it's really, really interesting the way that your perspective changes entirely what something is. But also for a lot of people it's like, but why is it that, like, a more subtle indication of wealth would be like if you have I don't know, if you have, like, if you live in a nice area, if you spend a bunch of money on a house, and it's like, well, that's the exact same thing. If I say, ooh, I live in Kensington, or I grew up in West Chiswick and Hammersmith, and a little bit. I used to go in summer in South Chiselston. You know, aren't you just indicating like, oh yes, I have money and my family had money? It's the exact same thing, just in a conversational form. Maybe because it involves intellect to work out. To me, class is never showing off your money, but it's obvious you have money, like having comfortable, durable clothing, etc. You know, I've never bought anything like wildly expensive. Like I used to buy Levi's jeans for a bit, being like, oh, it's great, I can wear them every day and they're wonderful for that. And I've switched out to wearing like cheaper jeans, and they break like slightly more often, but it's like, but then I can replace them more, so I have new jeans for longer. Like I'm going for a bit of a, I feel like I would love to actually know what the things are that do last for that reason. Also, how you can't buy certain stuff because people think it's classless. If I want to buy designer stuff, it's for me. I think it's because I do it for myself. See, but then that's interesting because actually, do you want it for yourself? Like, there's in a society, everything you do, on some level, you are considering what other people think. Even if you're trying to show you don't care what other people think by making a purchase, that is caring what other people think and trying to show them that you don't care what you think. It's it's like, why do I bother showering every day? Why does it matter if I have, hair that looks like I just got out of bed? Or why do I go through effort to make it look like I don't? Why would you put on makeup every day? Or whatever, I think that's the most like contentious one. But there's all sorts of fun issues in the world that don't make too much sense. They don't make a lot of sense when you're trying to be super objective and analyzing them, but kind of break when you do. I think I'm gonna check this ocean here, by the way, chat. I've got to find a shipwreck soon. I'm almost starting to think to myself, like, is it even worth looking for a shipwreck? Also, look at this birch forest. Look at this birch forest. I feel like it should have a trail of ruins in, but that's just feelings. Let's not use feelings to make decisions. Let's go on a journey. I thrift like 99% of my clothes. It's a gold mine for quality clothing. Yeah, I guess it's that. It's the same logic of like, if a house has been standing for 100 years, it's a good place. It's a good sign that the house will stand for another 100. Maybe that's terrible logic. Maybe if a house has been standing for 100 years, the only thing you know is that it's stood 100 years less than its total lifespan. I hate the weird flex when people say things like, we only went on holiday twice last year. That was the opposite of class for me. Yeah, I think, this is one I've encountered recently of people being like, this is, like, the idea that you have, like, holidays as a show of something is, like, really, really, really bizarre to me. I don't understand it, and I feel like I don't ever want to. Chat, isn't it? I feel like every time you have a weekend off and you go somewhere that isn't your home, that's a holiday. That's my hot take. Also, Leanne Vandermeer says, if I wore makeup because I cared what people think, it would look very different. But that is by you wearing makeup that shows you don't care what people think. That is caring.
Money. Here's a tin for Cat.
Thank you.
Not Appreciation Day.
Thank you, Evan. Myself and Kat, we had so I sent the money from last time, and we had like a mini chat about like, oh, is there a thing we have to do about this? Because it's actually quite hard to apportion YouTube revenue that way, like ignoring the fact that it takes like 2 months to get in because you get paid for I haven't been paid for January yet, right? Or maybe I was. No, I think I just got paid for December. I think it might be. I think with AdSense it might be only 1 month delayed. But so you get paid quite delayed, right? But then also, it's really, really hard to work out what % of your tip you got to me, because I don't know, and I can't tell for your one tip what % of your $10 came to me. YouTube takes 30%, but then they sneakily started passing on the 30% App Store fee. The 30% was meant to cover all their fees, and they worked out like, wait, why are we giving our 30% away to Apple and to Google? Google said that, and then so they're like, okay, we'll take our 30% on top. So now it's like you might get $5.10, or you might get $7 based on, or yeah, $5.10 or $7 depending on how you tip. And so it's like a nightmare to then, you know, like the exchange rate for getting it. It's a nightmare to do. So we should work out like a way to do it, a way to show maybe we could get it done directly, but it's very, very hard to do it indirectly this way. Ignoring the accounting mess. Just on a like, how would you, if that is your biggest goal, how do you make sure it is fulfilled? The answer is it is a nightmare. Also, chat, pray for a trim. Oh my god, what? How do you go to this many pillager outposts and not find it? Yeah, I send the others money, so it's equal. I get nothing out of this. Chantal gets. Don't worry. It's all. Yeah, I'm gonna make I'll make sure this one goes to Cat. We need to, because obviously it's on that intent. But that's why it's like we need to work out a better system for that. And if you have an idea for that system, please help me with the system first, because otherwise it's. You know, I guess that you could argue that's like a YouTube problem, that like, why is it that you get tipped and you don't know how much you actually got tipped? Like if I was to say, oh yeah, give some money for the jet ski fund, right? I don't know how much money when you tip via YouTube goes to the jet ski fund versus, you know, Susan's taken directly out of the pocket. Should I know? Is an interesting question. You know, like, is it better as a streamer if you don't think about it in monetary terms and just think that is $10 worth of appreciation? It doesn't matter how much of the $10 reaches me. If none of it reached me, if I was on one of those YouTube contract, like a lot of YouTubers do actually finance their. Oh, chat. Hey, we didn't get lucky with the trims that we felt we would, but we found one of the. Okay, so I need a feather. Thank you, Mr. Featherman. And I need. Oh wow, you followed me from far away. Oh god. Okay, so he dropped his crossbow at least. I was just saying I would like a crossbow. Not that crossbow though. I think I'm good. Okay, so we got one. So we just need to find a copper ingot. There'll be one in this cave. There will be one in this cave, chat. There will be one in this cave. There will be one in this cave. There will be one in this cave. I'm staying optimistic. Okay, so we'll just light you on fire. That makes it actually a lot more dangerous to me if I... But that's fine. There will be one in this cave. There will be one in this cave. In this cave, there will be one, because there'll be one in this cave. In this cave, I'll find some copper. In this copper will be cave. Copper in the cave. Cave. Copper. Cave. Cat Streams has her own Streamlabs. Oh, yeah, okay. So right now, I didn't realize you... Oh, yeah, no, Cat gave me the Streamlab. It was, I totally forgot about the Streamlabs that you, Yeah, if you need to get money to Cat, first of all, you can do it via Streamlabs. But I think if you want to show some appreciation to Cat, one of the ways that would be substantially, like, I think I'm gonna guess more appreciated. I mean, I'm gonna say that this isn't her saying it. This is me saying it. But I think if you went and watched the stream for a little bit, maybe if you went and hung out, you know, like, there's no point like being there for 20 seconds saying hi and you know, like a bit. Oh god, chat, this is going horribly. But I think if you showed up for, you know, like for at least a little bit, gave it a shot, I think that would be like much more appreciated than $1 here or there. So if you're looking for a way to tip Cat, there is a direct way and there is the indirect way, which can be done that way. Okay, come get me. Oh, I shouldn't have restarted the fight, chat. I was just too ready for it, you know. Hey, we got another ender pearl. I need those. Put it in. No, not there. In there. So then there was something here. Chat, I can't afford to lose this. I'm gonna light the forest on fire around it to make sure I don't lose it. This is how committed I am to its safety. And then we're going to go to the village, and we're going to hope that there's some copper easily found there. But actually, if you look at this cave, there's no way there's no copper immediately into there. Okay, copper. I might even find diamonds, honestly. So I put my elytra on, so I can jump in there now. I'm audibly saying it out loud. But yeah, heads up, my content is not PG. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna make the. I do actually I have a debate about this one, Kat. So I'll let you, if you've at least decided to put a label on your own content. If you had to describe my stream to someone, what would you say? If someone's like, I am 20 and I have a family member who is 15 and a family member who is 11 and a 7-year-old child and a 62-year-old grandmother, which of my family members can watch the Toy Cat stream? I think I got all the major 8 troops there. What would you say? Cat, but also chat more broadly. If you want to jump in on Cat's question, if you want to rob her of that, you can. I'm just kidding, but I would be curious. Because so many people are like very keen to label themselves, but I think I mentioned this before. I think basically every label in the world I specifically reject. This is why people had a hard time canceling me for my politics. It was like, yeah, I know he's not with the good guys. I don't know in which way he's not though, or what side. I can tell, you know, if he's being neutral about this, that must mean neutral is code for being on the team of the people who aren't good. But I can't tell him what way, because he then said this thing, which is clearly very to the opposite of that. Also, fun, educational, controversial, and wholesome. All of them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. If you're not watching Toy Cat streams with your grandmother, then you are not doing your Toy Cat duty. Oh god, why did I do that to myself? That's what I say. And that's certainly what we all say. I am burning, and it is not pleasant. It'd be so dumb to die just trying to mine copper. Okay, there we go. That's plenty of copper. Then we'll just fly back out. It's a waste of 2 fireworks just to get copper, but, you know, what are we going to do about it? And then we'll follow the fire. A great way to live our life. And then we'll set down a few of these. So that way we can make sure nothing bad spawns nearby. Yep, looks great. And then we'll light those on fire. Again, we need to have a source of light, chat. We need to have a source of light. And then we're gonna go do some archaeology, I think. Okay, this is terrible. This is the worst. So we'll grab our furnaces. We don't need 2, but we'll just grab them anyway. And we'll put it back in. And then in this goes 1 coal, 4 copper. Okay, do I have the required ingredients for a... Why did that... I hate the way that wood works. I don't understand it, don't want to. Let's put that there, put that there. Now let's make a brush. What are we missing for a brush? I checked the recipe yesterday. It's a copper ingot and it's a stick. That's great, because I've got my copper ingot. And I'm going to need a second one, right? Probably, statistically. So let's make a stick. And there we go, chat. 2 brushes. 1 for me and 1 for the ground. Okay. So this first brush right here could, if I am lucky, if I am blessed and fortunate, this could be the one. So I'm actually going to make a chest out here too. I think that would be for the best. And in that, we'll just put some stuff. I'll put down a torch here too, and a torch over there. And we gotta finish lighting these on fire to prevent mobs from getting to me. Don't ask me why there's torches at close and then fire at a distance. I'm not making the rules. Even though I'm literally making the rules. It's not me doing it. I refuse to take responsibility for the things I am actively doing. Toycat is damn near the only source I have for Minecraft news, says Toasted Noodle. Thank you. It's crazy. As I've been doing this over the years, the most interesting thing is how the people around me have changed. And I've stayed, like, I think on YouTube, you have this, like, every 2 years, there's basically, like, a whole replacement of the most watched people, right? Which is, like, chill, it's fine, it's whatever. But it leads to a very interesting, like, I don't know, I feel like there's always, like, someone who is doing a thing that's like, oh, that's kind of like what you do, Toycat. I'm like, oh, that's, like, a very different way to do it. And I'm amazed that I can have my way of doing things still exists after all of these years. Okay, first... Oh, wait, is that a trim? No, it's beetroot seeds. I shouldn't have been excited. So now we're going to do... Oh, I haven't been recording till just now. Whoopsie. So I guess I'll take these out. So chat, I have a lot of archaeology ahead of me, but it is archaeology that is worth doing, and so it is archaeology I shall be doing. So we're gonna brush this next. I want to get a trim nice and early. I think it'd be good for my motivation. Like 2 beetroot seeds, on the other hand, gotta say, pretty negative overall feeling that gives me. Quite negative indeed. I'm gonna get my shovel out. Gonna need that. And I'm gonna get my brush back out. And we'll break this. And let's go. Okay, so brush and shovel. That's the name of the game. We shovel anything that looks like it doesn't need to be brushed. And we brush anything that looks like it doesn't need to be shoveled. We can break a ton of these blocks too, and we'll put them in the chest alongside it. And I really am just gonna have to free up some inventory space for like important things, I guess. Or maybe I'll get a shulker box out and I don't know. We'll work it out. But for now, this is going fine. Anything that isn't explicitly gravel, we can destroy with no questions. If it is explicitly gravel, then it's harder. I think this will be the first time I'm doing a trail ruins since they fixed them. I think I did one in my Let's Play world just before or just after. But I think it's been a very long time. Trail ruins came to Bedrock and they were broken for so long that the community, we all just accepted that's how it's going to be. Your age rating would be PG-13, but your target audience would be anyone who is prescribed Adderall but hates it. Aiden Sony, are you Aiden Sony? I still don't know how to say your name correctly. Is it better that way? But are you prescribed Adderall and hate it? Chat, how many of you have prescribed Adderall and dislike it? I have, you know, it's an interesting thing. There is a certain clock speed to a conversation that I've heard we keep on this channel that is not the standard. You know, there's a certain way that people talk in the normal world that we don't necessarily perfectly follow here. And I hope that you're all proud of that one, chat. So I'm going to put this down just so I can, like... There are some things I'm just going to need to store. Like, for now, we'll put those in there. For now, we'll put that in... Actually, we'll put the sticks in there. I don't know. And the netherrack. And... Yeah, there's mobs spawning. I don't love that. So I'll put a torch down here first. Make sure this is lit. Make sure this is lit. And I don't know, go light some more torches. Just really trying to prevent anything around here from going bad. Also, should I give these dogs some bones? They are classic dogs. Would be nice, huh? I think I have some bones on me. 6 bones. You know, yeah, let's... If they're classic dogs, chat, it'd be silly not to have a classic dog. Oh, Minecraft disagrees. No dog for me. Well, that'll be fun to watch later. Me, but Vionize. Yeah, you know, what's the deal with chat all hating their prescriptions, huh? 2 of my siblings took Adderall as teenagers. I just have mum's anxiety for most of my issues. I take fluoxetine too. Oh, I'm not. I don't know my drugs is what this conversation's teaching me. I think that's really interesting. I have had a whimsy with my pharmacy going, sorry, but we're low on Adderall response. Very interesting. Apparently, that is just a thing that I am not deeply familiar with. I need to be an Adderall, but the therapist scammed me, so my prescription got taken away because it turns out she wasn't a real therapist. Ooh, I went to a not real therapist. She was the best therapist I had, though. I enjoyed it. I think, I still don't know where I fall on the spectrum of, like, everyone should go to a therapist or no one should go to a therapist. It's a scam to... But or at the very least, like, only people should go to therapists if you have, like, deep issues that need to be solved or something. But I don't think it's that way at all. I feel like it's like having someone who's in your corner. Yeah, I'd say it's like I don't know, like filling in some childhood basic desire that we all probably have. Also, yeah, it's been so long since we've been in Trail Ruins. It is a fun time in here. I'm liking it so far. So I need a trim, chat. I don't need a green candle. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why the game would offer me a green candle. I don't know what I'm meant to do with it. But I'm gonna do something with it, apparently. Yeah, we need to just load up more spaces in the inventory. So Phantom Membranes in there. Power 2 bow. Just like, let's free up some slots. And then let's move our stuff to be specific places. So that way we can very easily... Like, if we leave our stuff as, like, these slots, for an example. And let's even, like... Let's put that in there. And then the treasure map, too. I clearly don't need it. So that way we've got these slots as guaranteed what we know we need. And then we can just keep grabbing stuff. Okay, let's go. Whew. I wasn't anyone's problem as a child, so I never got any diagnoses, but my doctor confirmed I have insomnia. Have you ever tried? Oh no, I broke a block. Okay. So this is, it's funny that this is like some of the most intensely engaging stuff you can do in Minecraft. You've got to really pay attention to every block before you destroy it. This is a gray glass pane. Wasn't even gray apparently. But I'm still gonna take it, just in case. Future me can do some fun things with what I'm about to find right here, I'm sure. I don't know what those fun things are, but hopefully I find out one day. So is any of this useful? I think everyone should see a therapist shortly after becoming an adult. Some people need more than that. Yeah, that seems like good advice, Pat. I think there's a lot of things. Hey! Ah! Chat! You know what that is? That's trim number 11. That's Razor right there. Oh, that's good. I was worried we'd go all through today and end up with no trims to show for it. But it's okay. We went all the way through today and we got one trim to show for it. It's a much better situation to be in. Okay, so break our way through the rest of this. I think there's a lot of things. There's this very awkward transition. Okay, so I kind of get it. It's like I was saying about like, if you just ignore a child, it will still grow up to be an adult, but it has more issues that become society's problems. Of like, even though I think it's probably a good way to do it. Like if you don't teach a child right or wrong, they're gonna do some wrong things to other people, and that sucks for other people. But also it sucks that like even if we have to like imprison that child, that's like a lot of effort too. Like it's if you're a bad parent, it sucks for you and for everyone else. Oh wait, that's a brick again. So but I think that I think as a result, we basically need to have this idea of like, please, everyone, can you just like make sure your children are good, basically. And so there's also the kind of messy thing of like your parents want to have a certain amount of control over you and your decisions. If we make the government give everyone something, we're kind of messing with your parents' ability to provide and or not provide that thing for you. But at the same time, I think there's loads of things. Society would benefit if the moment you turn 18 and you become like a free person, the government knows that over the next 30 years, statistically, they're going to make 6, if not 7 figures in tax revenue from you. So as an investment, they should be like, okay, here's a 10K down payment. They could give it as cash. I think I would say like half cash. And the other half should, well, like, you know, like some percent in cash, maybe. I don't know what it should be. I think that having some amount of money that is stuck in an account, it goes in an account where to withdraw it, you have to give 30 days notice. And or something like that, I don't know. Or maybe you can withdraw 500 with 30 days notice and they give you 2,000 in there or something. So you get like 4 emergencies covered for free. And then you get 8,000 and like, okay, here's a therapist you should speak to. Here's a person who teaches you about all the, you know, like I feel like you could get a lot of like good done by just like having some real conversations with a lot of like qualified individuals. You know, like have a healthcare professional, have a lifestyle person, have like a chef get in contact with them. Kind of like Tutorial Island in RuneScape. You should have like someone of every major profession be like, here's what it's like to do what I do, by the way. Here's your introduction to being an adult. Maybe in exchange for doing those things, that's what you give people the money for. I don't know how to set the system up so that people want to do it. What I do know is that this is a second trim, it looks like. Okay, what did I get before, chat? Hey, Shaper! Two one day. Make some ladders and put them on the side. Yeah, at this point, I think it would go much better. The children yearn for the mines. I don't need therapy to help me or whatever, but I need someone to talk about the history of retroflective street signs and stuff. Yeah, I think if you're rich enough, you can just hire a therapist to talk about retroflective. Is retroflective the thing where it like it takes your light and amplifies it back at you? You know, I'm sorry. This is a conversation for your therapist, not for me. I think that'd be cool. So chat, okay, wait. I want to ask the question while I'm not focused on a outside influence for a little bit. Chat, what percentage of you, specifically, just drop in chat. Is there a medication that you're on that you hate taking? Let's put it that way, like nice and broad, nice and simple. Is there a medication that you are meant to take, but which you hate taking? Let's see if Ad and Sony got that description correct. Also, I think I've had 10 therapists now. 2 were useful. Yeah, there's I had a therapist say something that was really useful in retrospect. I thought that was good. But it's also like that, and that's the interesting balance. Like, this is a similar problem with content creation. You, in a video, like the thing that I am meant to say, and the thing that I believe to be true, sometimes don't line up. The most successful thing I can do, and the thing that, like, you know, we're talking about class being 3 factors. There's like 3 factors to what makes YouTube. One of those factors is like, you know, what would be entertaining. One of those factors is what do you want to do? And the other factor is like what is like truthful and helpful. It is truthful but not helpful for me to tell you that McDonald's is delicious and I don't feel bad after eating it, and if you do feel bad after eating it, probably you know, it's all in your head. It's, you know, there are lots of reasons to feel bad after eating some foods. But if you're feeling bad after McDonald's, it's probably because someone conditioned you to think that McDonald's is bad, more than because McDonald's is bad. Also, yes, but it's just, I hate the fact that I have to take it. Oh yeah, I think you know, like, it's like a very common, like, trope in, like, old person home shows. But, like, the idea that you get given, like, a whole capsule of pills, and you've got to take them, or nothing horrifies me more in life, chat. That, if I get to that point where I need 6 things, otherwise I don't stay alive anymore, I'm making a choice. Also, green candle. So Kat took my ladder suggestion and followed through with it. I know, when do I ever do that, Carlisle? Someone needs to get me looked at. So, this is a brick. It looks like it's something, but it's not. It's just sadness. So now let's take the flint. The friend pottery shard. Very lovely. So it's about 50-50, something big pharma, something corn syrup, seed oil or something. Or this is like a very America-specific, not conspiracy, because I don't think it's fully conspiracy, but like conspiracy-adjacent belief. I think that there are lots of, if I can give my uninformed opinion here, which is the whole job that I do on this internet. I think there are lots of things that okay, so let's make this into dark oak planks into a chest. I think there are lots of things that, like, you know how like some people are gluten insensitive, like a lot of people are celiacs, like 0.1% of the population or something, but then like another 4% feel bad when they consume gluten. To what degree depends on who you ask. But like gluten is also incredible. We don't put gluten in the food because we're trying to make you feel bad. We put it in the food because non-glutinous bread sucks. And the same is true, I think, for a lot of like a lot of the things that people hate about American food is like, yeah, someone worked out that this is great. This emulsifier, people like their stuff emulsified more than not, or for example. Or it's like, you know, like I was talking about where like McDonald's is like engineered to be like the perfect fast food. And sometimes in engineering, you got to make those decisions for like, this is better for 96% of people, and so it is worse for 4% of people. And I think that you do that for enough different ingredients, And eventually you get, like, a lot of people who aren't even sure what they're insensitive to, but they know that lots of major foods have it. And they would rather foods that were, like, more simple, basically put together. Also, yeah, I take 9 drugs to keep me alive, mainly blood pressure, but also sertraline. Oh, how is that? What do you see? That's I mean, I don't know. At some there's a really big, like, one of the causes I really believe in is something I've tried not to talk about because I don't want to make it like I don't want to. I want to wait a sufficient amount of time before talking about it. Sorry if that sounds very cryptic, chat, but you're gonna have to trust me that I want to be cryptic on this one for a reason. So I'm gonna leave these in their own slots over here, and I'm gonna move that there. And I'm gonna put these breeze rods in here, and oh god, it's full. And then we'll just I don't know. I've got a breeze rod I've got to do something with. I'll put it in there, I guess. There we go. And we'll take that bucket out of here and put it with there. Chill. Great. I keep hearing zombies, by the way. I don't love that as a reality. Okay, chat. How many of us are calling out doctors tomorrow? Yeah, let's have a group. Call your doctor. It's like call your mother, but for your own life, you know. But yeah, I don't want to talk about my. But I think one of the most important things to do is, like, man, there are lots of things we have worked out are good, but when you combine them with other things, are really, really, really bad. And I would say to anyone out there, make sure you check. It seems dumb. It seems like it never comes up. But yeah, and that's one of the downsides to being on something. Like, that's why you should be very sure that something is actively helpful. Because there are lots of things that aren't actively helpful, but feel, you know, like that. Oh god, we broke another one. There are lots of things that aren't actively helpful, but feel good, but then can be actively harmful when combined with other things. I think charcoal was a really interesting example of, like, charcoal is harmless to everyone, except a very, very small percentage of people for whom it is actually very, very toxic. Also, is this a third trim, chat? I'm not going to remember the razor. It's not. We're still on 12 trims. You'll be unpleased to know. I think I'll leave this down then. I'll put it here. Yep, that's 2 razors. It's good that I remember, but it's sad that it happened. So we'll put danger in here next to friend, and then we'll just max it out. I'm gonna like really excavate this place like crazy now. Actually, again, every time we see one of these, let's break it, just get it over with. Is that just a block of clay coming out of it? Like, why? Why even, chat? Anyway, let's get a shrubbin. I think I have to destroy a lot of these blocks. So let's destroy the nice, easy ones. The ones that I know won't give me issues. And then we'll come back for the hard ones later. So now we can just shovel most of this gravel. Pretty sure I don't see any reason not to. That is suspicious. It didn't look like it, but now it's very clear that it is. That's suspicious over there too. This isn't suspicious, but there's suspiciousness up there. Okay, is there more down here? There's some over here. Yeah, look at... It's so hard to spot unless you're really paying attention. Oh, 2 trims! No, that's a trim, but this isn't. I think this is one I already have. Razor again. Wow. And then this is wheat. Also took out a stash. There's rice boy. Yeah, I'm growing it a little bit. I'm giving it all the time it needs, and then I'll shave it one day when I get annoyed at myself in the mirror. As is the circle of life, I do believe. Yeah, I don't like the zombies that are just constantly growling on loop. So I think I saw some suspicious blocks here, but I guess I was mistaken. Oh, there's another one there though. Let's break it. Purple candle, love that. When I excavated my first trail room, there was a huge patch of clay blocks underneath. Oh, it must have been directly above a lush cave, Hannah Joyce. Did they ever add suspicious dirt? I forgot. I think it was a commonly cited idea, but they decided not to do it for some reason. Couldn't tell you why. So is that my 3rd razor? It is my 3rd razor. That's fun. You know, one day I'll get enough razors that I can shave my mustache. How about that? Okay, so let's get through this. It's really... Okay, so it goes this way quite a bit, which is useful to see. And place a torch there, and then we'll break our way around this. Something bad happened there. I don't know what it is, but it sounds bad. Is that just the sound of being on suspicious dirt? Yeah, it sounds like kind of glassy, doesn't it? So this is a candle. Love candles. Gonna make such a nice birthday cake. And this is a hanging sign. Honestly, it's weird that the trail ruins is fun. I've got to say, though, there's something about this mechanic that's perfect because it is so unique within Minecraft. Like, you don't see this often, but when you do see it, it's fun. And I like that that is true. Please, oh please, wear a chest plate. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Tasha. Just in case I get attacked by the baby zombie with the protection 4 armor and a diamond sword with everything on. I guess we can. Okay, so now we're gonna go deeper into here. Looking real good. Looking very, very good. Yeah, I think so far this is nice. Dash will not be good until he wears a chest plate. Dasher, are you on any medication that you particularly don't like? No, I think that's a funny. I'm gonna leave that as an aside for now. I think that the interesting thing about the little community we have on this stream here is how often I'll hear people be like, "Oh yeah, Toy Cat's like a quiet taste," but like, you know, it's one of those YouTubers you can't be without once you find it. And I still don't know quite if that's like a really high praise or a really is that like a big insult? Because I talk all the time about like, yeah, the most useful way to keep people engaged for a long period of time is to be continuously involved in drama, or to be someone so hateable that people can't resist coming back and checking, like, oh, what's this person up to now? You know, like, because like, you know, the reality is like we fall out of love with most of our friends eventually. I hope you make enough effort to stay with your friends, chat. One day you'll lose your opportunity, but you know, like, everyone eventually, like, everyone slowly, but you know, like, friendships decay, I guess. If you leave them. If you let them, they will. It is not that shocking a statement, I don't think. But what is a shocking statement is that, and unlike Friends, where you have to feel bad if you haven't met them for a while, on YouTube you got this like perfect, like, oh, you can just pick it up after a long while, be like, oh yeah, here's the guy again. Let's see what he's up to now. It's not awkward to be like, oh, hey, Toy Cat, what's going on? Maybe like, I haven't seen you in 3 years. I'm going to talk to you like a stranger again. I am talking to you just as closely now, if this is the first time you've been here in 10 years, as if I saw you yesterday. Now that's probably real nice, or freaky. Maybe it's weird on the other side. You want to be like, you know, Toy Cat, can you catch me up on the goings on in your life? Toy Cat makes you fall in the Toy Cat pill pipeline and become a lesbian. It's the only acceptable, just like, yeah, again, I feel like this is an important one for people who for a lot of people out there. But I think it's a sad. Also, thank you, George Grimwood, 426 members. Thank you for helping us on the road back to 500. Did we ever hit 500 actually? I think we hit 450. Hello. Well, I like being down here anyway. Thank you, Mr. Zombie, for knocking me downstairs. I appreciate that a lot. See, you gotta use gratitude in life sometimes. That's my pro tip, chat. Sometimes it doesn't seem like you should be grateful, but you might as well be anyway. Whew. There's a question of real friendships when they stop involving yourself and you're the only one reaching out. You know, I think I've changed my mind on that, Hannah Joyce. I think there's a. Okay, I have a lot of feelings on it. So I'll start with the basic premise of like, I don't think I would mind if I was the only person to ever reach out to a friend at this point. I don't know if that's me, like, I feel like you can kind of tell, like, I think that there can be people who reach out all the time, but who are worse friends than people who never reach out. I think that's not like the biggest or strongest indicator of anything in particular. But also, I would say, even though it's like a tragic reality on some level, it's also like, yeah, people, I used to think this was kind of like a me phenomenon, but it's something I think I view it much more often than the world around me than myself. People like being perfectly 100% busy. Also, oh, that looks like a new one, chat. Wayfinder, okay. I think we've just found our 13th trim, chat. I think we might have just done it. Could be wrong. Could be very, very wrong. But I think that's 13. It is! 13 trims. Exciting. David Harrison, Toycat, what's your most controversial political topic possible? Can you please say you hate everyone who disagrees? I bet I could find an opinion where I hate everyone who disagrees for you. I dislike people who I think most of my things of like I hate people who disagree are because I think well-intentioned people will cause a lot more harm than poorly intentioned people because of how, and I think there are lots of places where that can be true. But then it's like, but you can't ever hate someone who's well-intentioned but wrong. You should probably hate someone who's like actively like, yeah, we should just exterminate this group of people because I don't like the way they look, and I've heard some negative things about them from my friends on the internet. That's probably a more negative overall. You know, no, I'm gonna have to find a group of people I hate based on their political stances. You know, let's find it. Okay, actually no, the group of people I hate the most is when you're walking down the street, when you walk in, and there's like the pavement is wide enough for like 2.5 people, and people, you know, it's like being on a multi-lane road, and people sit perfectly in the middle and walk slowly. Walk quickly or get out of the way. You should be keeping right, keeping left, whatever. Pick a side, I don't care what it is. Look at the people ahead of you and stay consistent with that. But people who don't, genuinely, maybe the death penalty. Maybe that's letting them off too lightly. Nah, more seriously, I think the only people who deserve the death penalty are people who listen to TikToks in public places. I think it's why, like, I've seen people defend it by being like, but I forgot my headphones and I want to listen to TikTok on my way to work. And it's like, okay then. No, actually. No, sorry. You listen with the sound up. As a punishment for not having your, you know, like you don't have a right to invade other people's ear spaces. That's the only social issue I'm invested in. You know, you can tell me all sorts of things and I'll be like, well, you know, I'm probably just misguided. But I learn that's true, and I'm like, well, you don't have the concept of the other. The fact that other people are people too genuinely doesn't register to you. It's just you're all hope for you to exist in a society with the rest of us is gone. There's just no hope anymore. And so we could exile you to Australia, but I hear they're not too also, what is this? Just oh, it's coal. Oh, that's fun that I'm picking up coal this way. I needed coal anyway, right? So, looking great for me. But yeah, there's a group of people I hate the most. Give them the chance to commit seppuku and retain their honor. Yeah, I think imagine having a child and learning that he played TikToks out loud on the train. I think it might have to be the sort of thing where it's like you would have to exile yourself. You'd have to be like, okay, if I get on the next flight out, then I might be just fine. Obviously, I'll have to take the train to the airport, and I've got a lot of TikToks to catch up on. Oh yeah, I'm gonna forget my headphones and all the chaos. So I'm obviously gonna have to listen, and then you realize, wait, oh, I do it too, and then you'd realize that you just right through the heart on the spot. There's no saving yourself. You realize you already caught it from your children. You realize, rough take, but I love Andrew Tate because he's very obviously not serious at all, but no one sees it, and he makes so much money off it. I'd love to be rich because I made a giant inside joke. I feel in a, you know, I think this is something, this is like a offensive opinion, I think. But I think that this is true for like on a low level, on a mid level. It's true for like famous Republican politician who leads the United States of America. And I think on a more medium level, it's true for big billionaire who owns a social media website. Like, deliberately trying to get yourself involved in dumb controversies so that people will think you're serious, even though you're putting a kind of like, you know, like, oh, tongue-in-cheek, like, everyone look at me, look at this happening. I think there's a lot of people, I think people call it like grifting, you know, even, but it's like, I think there's a little bit of truth to like the idea of like, yeah, there are a lot of people who are so ready to hate that they don't look, you know, like they open themselves up to being also, oh, yeah. I don't know, I'm gonna be cautious with my words here, because again, like, the fact that people are so easy, also, I could have just gone down here and I'd have found trail ruins. That's cool. I'd have blown my mind if I'd been in a random cave and found trail ruins, by the way, right? Yep, I also fought with those two. Okay, we're fine. I've got plenty of armor to protect me from creepers. Also, oh, I just broke a trail. I just broke one. I really need to get this last trim. If I get it now, I think I've got 100% success rate, chat. If I don't have to find another trail ruins, if I can get this armor trim today, now, in this stream, I think I have a 100% chance of success. It would have to be a death that would kill me, right? It won't be time that is killing me. I mean, time never kills. Actually, time kills everyone, so you know it's a whole thing. But yeah, I think a lot of people don't realize that they are feeding into people. Like I don't know, like the I am 100% genuinely convinced. I guess there's a funny thing about like, does it matter if you're doing something knowing that people will criticize you for being a thing, but you're not doing the thing to do the thing, you're doing it so people will criticize you? Is that any different to just doing it seriously, you know? Like if I drop an offensive German salute, if I do it and try to make it look like it was an accident, so not because I care about those people, and specifically I will talk a lot about how I don't care about those people. I will do actions to the direct contrary or whatever. But if I do that, knowing that people will try to criticize me for doing that, is that just the same as doing it in the first place? And it's like, I don't even know. I don't know how you would determine the answer to that question. There's a much deeper moral quandary at play there, I think. Also, I think this is just gravel I'm digging through right now. I think there is no dirt attached to this. I think I'm just breaking gravel. So there is a suspicious gravel here that I've for some reason not gone into. And there was no reason to. Also, yeah, thank you everyone for saying your favorite colors in chat. Thanks for pre-reading yourself on that one. But yeah, it's an interesting thing about, and it's, again, it's useful to have a discussion about, because I think a lot of people have picked up somewhere in there that like, oh, it's not okay to tell jokes about certain things. Whereas I think the real advice is like, well, it's not okay to tell jokes where there's no funny to the joke, where the joke is just, look at this offensive thing. Because it's not particularly good humor. You know, it's just, it's too close to being like, here is me just doing the thing. But then what if you add layers to your joke and then people don't get the joke? Is that the same? And you realize all of human conversation is too complicated. And then you realize, you know what? How about we stop discussing this and we talk about the weather? Chat, how's the weather where you're at right now? Okay, so throw this in there. I think I need another chest, incredulously enough. Yep, looks like I do. So that's chill. I'm amazed this has lasted so long, by the way. So let's grab my wood, which exists in this chest. Yeah, I shouldn't have put all my items in this chest. I didn't. I put the items in the shulker box. So I'll grab my wood. 2 of it. Oh, 4 of it. Let's just make a double chest now. Let's concede we'll probably have to. And let's go hard on trying to get this last trim. I think I can do it, chat. I really think I can do it. So we'll break these blocks just in case it helps me emotionally. We'll break these blocks just in case it helps me physically. And we'll go looking around just in case there's an extra set of blocks behind one of these walls. You don't know until you know, you know? Oh, this is something. This is something. Yeah, there we go. It is a very fun process of excavating this thing and being like, ooh, what are we going to find? And you find something. It's very, very enjoyable. I think I'm accidentally breaking too many blocks at the same time here. But I haven't broken anything I shouldn't have yet. And there's another opportunity for me to get something fun. Oh, it's just clay. It stopped raining. Human conversation is actually incredibly simple. We're just too stupid to understand it. I don't know, like, I use other animals as my baseline for a lot of stuff. Because even if you use humans, but from 10,000 years ago, conversations were so much more limited than what we can have now. Like, it is amazing. Also, do I not already have heartbreak? Oh, I have heart, but not heartbreak. Oh, fun. So let's now move this and all the other stuff up here. Yeah, I think I usually mine all of the dirt and surrounding gravel. It's always worth it. You reckon? Okay. I mean, I'm not exactly flush for time, but if it's got some value, maybe we should. Okay. Anything here suspicious yet? It's finding the suspicious that makes you know you're in the right place, but you can just go a while and not find a suspicious, right? That can just happen by coincidence. Okay, this is going nowhere. This is a dead end wall on the right here. But yeah, human conversation is interesting because we are quite new to it as a species, right? Like we haven't been having conversations for all that long, and so there are a lot of rules like one of the most interesting topics that we still kind of can't. One of it's like a rule of conversation that will just break you if you actually try to get objective about it. At least it breaks me. Is, oh no, it was suspicious. Like, some people will have a conversation and they don't listen to what the other person is saying. They listen to the vibes of what they're saying and they respond based on that. They take the meaning to be heavily based on the vibe. And I don't know, like, here's one of my favorite dumb examples. Every couple seems to have this. Like, if you have a couple in your life, like, you know, people you see, you'll see them get involved in this dumb fight at some point. So, you know, something bad happens, you know, it's something that is, let's just say, the shared responsibility of the couple. So the girl will say, oh no, I left my cake in the oven too long. I should have left it in there for 30 minutes, but it's been 40 minutes. Except, wait a minute, no, I told you to tell me when it had been 35 minutes. Why didn't you tell me? Or rather, you know, let's just say it was meant to be in there for 30, and then like, you know, like she's angry because he didn't tell her when 30 minutes had elapsed. And he'll say, look at the box here. This only takes 10 minutes. At 30 minutes, it would have been burnt too. This burnt 20 minutes ago, so me doing my thing didn't make a difference. And but she's like, you know, like, it's like one of those like, who both people, either side, have both messed this up together.
Please use this to buy a razor and have a shave.
Thank you, oh Darkman. Oh. Good news for you is I actually have 3 razors right now. I am well. Also, Phantom again. I've been in this hole for too long, apparently. Good news for you. I'm ahead of the curve on that one. So let's just put as many of these in there as we can. Let's even like put the ladders away in here. Oh, I think I have a shulker box that I put it away in. Yeah, just put the ladders in there too. Why not? And they're having 2 conversations. Yeah, so the actual thing is like this problem, it is happening like there is a bad situation and nothing can help. But then so he's having a conversation about the objective reality and she's having a conversation about why did you mess up? This isn't okay. And so, like, both things are true. He messed up with this by not informing her. Like, he failed one of his duties, but also she failed at some point in the process. Maybe she's deflecting by bringing this up, but also, you know, like, it's you get into a thing where it's like, and then you'll just start yell. You'll hear them yell. You hear them like, oh yeah, this is the worst thing, and then you know, like, you spiral it into something else, and it's like, well, that's not very productive at all, is it? Maybe instead of having that, I see it like all the time, and it's really interesting. Also, grow your mustache ridiculously long so you can twirl it like a villain. Yes, I should do that. I mean, I can't. Sadly. Fundamentally impossible. But outside of that, I would love to do it. Okay, chat. You know how I made the point? Also, whoa! Okay, that's bad. How did a creeper spawn? I mean, actually, looking at all the dark spots, it's weirder a creeper didn't spawn before now, I guess we should say. Does this go anywhere? Nope, it's just a stone wall. Is it just a stone wall on all the sides? Definitely just a stone wall. Whereas this is definitely something, right? This is going somewhere. I don't know where the somewhere is yet, but I intend to be there, chat. So then we'll destroy this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and maybe some of these too. Okay, back there's gotta be something. There's gotta be. I've been in here too long now, chat. I've got the sunk cost fallacy hitting me hard. But it's okay. It'll all be worthwhile. Eventually, I'm sure. Nah, I think a cauldron has been nice, but otherwise that's as good as this is getting. Also, read the directions next time, buy a timer or use your phone's timer. Let's go out for ice cream, problem solved. Yeah, but DJ Green, you're ignoring that there is an emotional component that needs to be solved. There is an emotional problem and a physical problem. And you're like, let's solve the physical problem? Well, you gotta be like, oh, I did mess up. Like, you know, like, you need, there's two conversations happening, and because they're both right in their own domain, they don't want to talk about the place where they are wrong. And so I think there's you know, the version of that happens not, if that can happen in couples, think about the version that happens outside of couples, right? So you have, like, he's saying, like, oh yeah, let's pick a silly thing, like, if we, you know, I'll try and pick a really sensitive political topic, just for fun here, chat. No real opinions. But he'll be like, oh yeah, I don't think that we can actually just cut education because or you know, like, I know he'll say, like, oh yeah, one person will be like, I really want to fund education more because or like, I want to have teachers that are paid way better, and I want it to be like a profession that, like, the best people are attracted to. And they'll be like, but we only have so much money. We're barely. But they'll be like, but this is an important thing. It'll pay for itself. But it's like, but right now we don't have the money to pay for itself. You know, it takes like 30 years to do that. Is the actual problem. And so they'll talk about something else, and you can have this, like, talking past each other, like having different conversations at the same time. And it's really, really hard for or at least it seems to be hard. Maybe people know they're doing it all the time, and they'd rather just talk about the strength in their argument. You know, I think it's an interesting point. Like, but yeah, it's oh wow, it almost happened, chat. But yeah, it's something I see all the time in conversation, and it's like the easiest thing to avoid, but you both have to want to avoid it. And it's the same with, like, talking over the other person. Talking over someone to get your point across is, like, really rude. But in, like, a debate setting, it's really effective if you're the one saying more words. And so the only solution to that is, like, if everyone agrees not to do it. But then the correct game strategy, the correct game theory is, like, agree not to do the bad thing and then do the bad thing anyway. If there is no punishment for doing the bad thing. I don't know. Like, I think conversation is, like, kind of ludicrous when you dive into it enough. Okay, so I think this trail ruined has not. I think this is a trail ruined. Yeah, that's what I'm sticking with. I think this is not delivered for me, chat. I could look through it more, but I don't think there's going to be any more suspicious gravel in here. I think this is the end of the line, and I'd love to be wrong about that, but I do not think that I am. I hope that you have enjoyed today's live stream, Internet. I have enjoyed it immensely myself. Oh man, yeah. I think I am coming out of this with 3 of the 4 Trail Ruins trims, which is theoretically great, because it means if I find a second one, like, probably I find it soon. But what if I go to the second one and I find the same... Oh, wait, no! What if I go to the second one and it's got the same 3 trims? Or if I go to the second one, it has no trims. Theoretically, I could get into a real bad loop where I lose it all now. But that's the challenge. And so, next time you join me, I'll be looking for pillager outposts. But specifically, I'll be trying to do a little bit more archaeology. Let's hope I'm successful in that, huh? Oh, actually, wait. No, this must be something. Do you think it's something, chat? Is it maybe something? I think there's maybe something here. Oh yeah, there's a maybe something. Yeah, I think this is definitely maybe something. I don't know how certain I am about the maybe something. That looks like a maybe something, right? Yeah, look at this. Look at this whole area we've got here. Okay, let's go for it, chat. No, it's a purple candle. You ruined the trail. I think I got too into the topic. Most people download their personality from the media and just repeat whatever the screen tells them, says Flavor. Yeah, but then, okay, so the reason people do that, okay, you know what, it sounds like people call you NPCs if you do that, and I'm not defending doing it. I think it's really rough when you talk to someone and they clearly repeat some talking point they heard. Maybe not even on the media, like, maybe they heard it from, like, they clearly heard it from some, like, you know, source of media. And it's because they have this belief that the point of conversation is to look smart. The point of conversation is that you say things that people go, oh, that's a really interesting perspective I hadn't heard before. And I'll be honest, I like to share good ideas with people this way sometimes, you know? Every now and then I'll share, like, I don't know, like, it's almost like a compliment. You're like, here is a really compelling idea I would like to share with you. Let me share an idea I thought was really compelling, Internet. One that, like, really stuck with me. It was someone talk. Also, oh, there's been an explosion here. It looks like. There was No, actually, I'm not going to share my idea. You're not worthy of my idea. My idea I want to share with you is that trail ruins suck and that we should listen to TikToks in public. I mean, if we listen to TikToks in public, then everyone else can hear our TikToks and we won't have to share our opinions with them. They'll already know. They'll know that I've got this going. Also, Toycat just go 13 more hours straight. I mean, I've probably only got another, like, 10 or 11 hours left in this, right? So maybe the logical thing to do at this point is just to keep rolling till I can't. Man, I'm too addicted to this trail ruins. Like, I'm at the perfect point in the gambling simulator where I would feel so much better if I finished tonight having found one more piece of suspicious gravel. If that suspicious gravel just happens to contain, if it just happens to contain that last trim that I'm desperately looking for, everything gets so much better for me. Is that going to be the case? I don't think so. But I can't resist the urge to gamble and believe anyway. Because maybe I'll find a candle. Some people's goal is not to upset people, not to make a reasonable point. I think some people's goal is the opposite, is to make a smart sounding point. Because some, like, I don't know, like but then I guess that's the thing about, like, you can go into conversations having very different goals to people. And when you do, it's very jarring. It takes a while to work out, like, why do we have such different goals in this conversation? Why are they parroting something they've heard from the media when I'm trying to tell them, like, you know, like, ultimately sometimes when you're sharing beliefs, you're sharing values too. Like, it's not, you don't have some grander point. You don't care about changing the other person's mind. You care about them knowing what your mind is. You know, it's kind of like, on these streams, I like to talk about, you know, like, deep issues or whatever, But I'm not doing it from a perspective of like, oh, and there are people who believe this because they're dumb idiots. Even though that's like the you know, like inflammatory language is a real way to convince people. You know, it's like one of the ways people love to discuss politics, right? Like the stupid liberals, oh, those dumb conservatives. They can you believe what they think is right? Or like I don't know, like to pick a non-political group. Oh God, chat! I would. It's too late. I should not be looking. Today is not the day that I go looking. I'll finish this on part 9, and then we'll hopefully go find another one, and then get the shipwreck trim and get the pillager outpost trim. It'll be real good. For now, though, 13 trim. In fact, let's put our trims. No, we can't. We'll leave them there. 13 trims plus the Netherite upgrade. I'm just missing 5 now. Can I get 5 trims in the next 36 days? Join me next time to find out. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, for our next stream. I've got some things I want to do, chat. So I might do them tomorrow. I'm being very specific right now. I'm not information sharing. You know, here's one. I think that farmers, they're currently protesting their inheritance taxes raising from 0 to 20%. But the rest of us pay 40% in the UK. And like, rather than being like, oh, we have this unfair tax, they're saying it's unfair that we have to pay this half of the rate of tax everyone else is paying. Rubs me the wrong way, you know? And so rather than just complaining about it as a broader issue, it's more fun to be like, those stupid redneck farmers think that they get special deals because they're rich, but in a land way. Oh yeah, I'm so poor living on my £5 million piece of land, and therefore I need special tax breaks that you wouldn't get if you owned £5 million in your piece of land that wasn't specifically used for agriculture, because it would be different, damn it. Or I don't know, like I could pick different groups of people, and that's a way to be inflammatory and signal your values. I can signal very clearly by saying that loudly that I think that fairness is important, but also at the same time, even though me signaling that fairness is important is less important than if I was to not signal that I think it's important, but try to convince you, or not even try to convince you, but try to help you understand the merits of both cases. Because farmers would say, well, actually, you know, like because a farm has to pass through so many hands, it inherently goes through inheritance tax in a way that money doesn't, because you can spend money, liquid money, but a farm, if you keep paying that 20% tax over 5 generations, then eventually there's no family farm left, and so institutional investors will buy it all up, and that's really bad for some reason. But yeah, there's a really interesting... I'm still being pretty biased as I explain it to you because it's the end of the day. And I just want to say that I hope you'll enjoy this video, because I'll see you in the next one. I ended this like 45 minutes later than I wanted to because I got far too into that trail ruins. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you back in the Let's Play world for the next stream. Fairness is important. Where fairness is important only when you can work it out. Fairness isn't inherent in anything, especially life. Which is why, even though I've got 1.9 million subscribers, you should consider subscribing. If for some reason you've got this far and you haven't. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.